on this 22nd day of August 2026. So, Inside the Media is brought to you on every Saturday at this time and is repeated at 10 p.m. The program takes a critical review of stories that are reported during the week. It also looks at stories that are reported in the local dailies. All right, and Inside the Media will be featuring three of our panelists on this edition, and there are also regular panelists as well on the show Inside the Media. Madam Julia Duncan Cassell would be one of our panelists on the program Inside the Media. Um, Honorable Daniel Willie would be one of our panelists on the program Inside the Media. And then we also going to have Madam Madeline G. Harris on the program Inside the Media. She will be passing through on the program Inside the Media because she is attending a retreat in the United States. So she will take part for a while on the show Inside the Media if the protocol doesn't change this morning as was planned. So Jacqueline Jackson going to be featuring the stories, yeah, on the program Inside the Media, and that's the beautification of the show, making it colorful. So let me welcome Daniel Willie in the meantime, who had just arrived to the studio, if the camera is with him already or in process. But in the meantime, I want to say good morning, hello, and welcome.
Good morning, Chris. It's good being here this morning.
Okay.
We will see you again. So energetic this morning.
Okay.
And Chris, getting up to
Really? Arabic Greece.
cream of
Greece.
it's
The Greece on the young people.
It's good being here.
Yeah, the keep.
We went out and I got you about 10 p.m. last night. We're
Okay.
here this morning.
All right.
And happy to see the guys all on board.
Okay. Actually, good to have you back home every weekend. You doing a good job. You're doing good so much because sometimes you're outside there. So, my man, let me just spend my week here and enjoy myself, man.
No,
But you will say no. I'm gonna go to my family.
I'm around the feast back.
Good,
They don't carry the question.
good. So, Jacqueline, how you feel to be here this morning? You used to be on the show once in a while, and today you are back again. And tell us.
Yeah, I'm feeling great. I feel cheerful this morning.
You face the microphone at me. Thank you. I like that. So we're gonna be featuring three stories. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about development, talking about education, and we'll talk about drugs. All right, the final drugs in the country. But to go in detail, on the lineup, we'll be looking at the local government ad. If you look on the flyer posted last night, it's a local government ad versus um, local government ad versus budget law. Okay, so the local government ad is driving development for the current administration in Grand Bassa. So we're going to be looking at that. It's driving development for the current administration in Bassa. Okay, but the past administration was guided by the budget law and heavily influenced by politicians. Okay, former development superintendent Fligley has said. So we're going to bring him the news for analysis, and the idea for this is for us to look at the analysis of the local government, the impact of development currently taking place, and the budget law, according to the slow pace of development at the time, influenced by politicians so safely. We want to look at that on this platform Inside the Media. Then we are going to be looking at education support analysis on the show Inside the Media. The reason we're going to be looking at education support analysis on the show Inside the Media is for us to navigate into the discussion of the US $20,000 financial support to Grandma's county students studying in China, Kenya, and Rwanda. Okay, it's been described as wasteful spending and politically driven, but it is also being viewed as meaningful impact for spending. All right, so you see that diverse views. That's what we like for us. Doing analysis, we try to look at that. Now let's look at the U.S. 24,000 provided to the Gary B. Smith Public High School to support the construction of a fence and the modern toilet facility at the institution. Okay, I'm getting feedback. All right, you gotta look at that technician. All right, these are two stories that have been coined into the development package for analysis. So we have education support for analysis, but then we also have these two stories into one package. So we'll be looking at the national story. Training the country is former VP Taylor arrest and charges by the Liberia National Police. Um, right on Wednesday, up to first time as even yesterday, she was supposed to appear in court as the news had it. So we're looking at this story as it proceeds. All right, in progress. So these are the lineup we have, and let me just get the impression of Mr. Willie. While we look forward to getting Malakasser and Manan Harris will pass through. But in the meantime, we'll have to proceed because time is not in our favor. And time is of essence for this kind of discussion. So, Mr. Willie, I'm quite pleased to just pass the microphone over to you and listen to you on your impression on the basis of what we had to look at. How you feel about them? Yes, tell us your take.
Well, Chris, I think it's a good thing. We're here already in the weekend to analyze stories reported during the weekdays and what have you.
Hmm.
Officially, I would say good morning to you, good morning to the people of Buchanan City, and those online, those following by the way of radio, not of the Facebook. And good morning to Madam Harris and Madam Cassell, and good morning to my own friend, Jacqueline, right?
Hmm.
You being here. So, yeah. It's a great good thing that we come here on every weekend to look at things that happen in the country. And these are topics that I saw in our chat room.
Hmm.
They worth discussing because they are meaningful to the life of our people and across the country and across the country. The issue about the local and what have you, they are touching stuff. I come back to the issue about drugs. Drugs is a key one that everyone now
Hmm.
talking about. So it's good that we are going to look at them from our own perspective and the proper way forward and see how we can call their day and save this country and save this country.
Exactly. That is the reason why we are right here this morning. I'm trying to just do a follow up with our online guests and to know what's happening that they haven't joined. But in the meantime, to also let them know that we are in progress, that we have already started. So if you are listening and you connected to any of them, let them know that the show has started and we need them to join the link. All right, the link has been sent to them um, ever since then. Last night and this morning were recent. All right, so we have to move ahead with the show this morning, but I know they will have to join. So we will be looking at a couple of stories when it comes to the national issue. It's trending the news. We will look at VP Taylor issue on this job drugs related stuff. Physics school trial today. That was yesterday, but we'll check it out. What are you happy on that? Of course, the news had it. We'll see the development for Monday. Again, and we go further. You'll see this on Front Page Africa. Front Page is talking about how Bon County citizens are running to support ex VP Howard Taylor remains hospitalized in police custody as bomb residents rallied beyond her. That's the kind of news to be looking at. And we'll be looking at collection of stories from the local dailies and analysis will be done by the panelists on the platform Inside the Media. So keep tuned for the best the really has to offer you right here on the show Inside the Media. But we'll start with our local content first, and the essence of the local content is to uh, feature what happened just right beyond us. Yeah, what people are listening so they can know and so on. So Okay, so let's see what's going on. Let me break you EcoBank. EcoBank commercial because EcoBank is our partner in progress as we're setting up, looking up to seeing our guests on the show. And we got to warm you up. And I will ask Jacqueline or participation on the show inside the media. Let me tell us something. I know. We are brave. We are
Hmm?
passionate.
He let me have one bring
And
Jack
you
in
catch
because they
there
know
is
it to
no
cheap
ATM
one.
around here.
Really? Did you try the EcoBank POS?
POS?
She'll be on
I
the show
said I
like
need
Finny or she
cash.
get
What is
reading
it about
then I'll tell
POS?
you, right?
So
Open it.
Yeah,
you can
I
give
get a
your
story
cash
then.
to the
Okay.
POS.
Yeah, so
All
I
you
thought
need
I
to
would
do
get
is
to
to
do
visit
so.
any
But
EcoBank
You got
express
know the
point
care.
or
Jeff,
petrol trade
can
gas
I
station
see the
and
Facebook
switch
on
to the
your
POS.
computer?
Guess what? You can also take other bank cards.
Widow, you mean cards from banks overseas too?
Yes, it should just be your Visa card.
Wow, great. So when there is no ATM around me, I'll just use the POS to get my money fast. EcoBank has made it too easy, man. EcoBank innovation that you 5 and 6 so
EcoBank is Pan African Bank. I love the way you love me.
yeah, man.
Hi, friends of Radio Land. Welcome
Inside the media.
to 2 hours program that takes a critical review of stories reported during the week.
Inside the
Okay.
It's produced by the Youth Department of Market
So I
Excellence.
don't exactly know what is happening up to now. We haven't Madam Carter, Madam Harris on the line, but we definitely going to proceed with the show inside the media. I trust the ability of Mr. Willie. The thing is, analysis requires require a person to have the capacity to look at story from a diverse point of view, and then the listeners too can partake on the show by giving their take and doing the analysis as well too. So definitely we can make it with full participation on the show inside the media. So that's why we are right here. Okay, so this no give that's something that's over here. All right, great. So we're gonna be looking at the first story in the meantime as we look forward to getting our guests. Jacqueline, are you pretty set?
Yeah, of course.
Great. Yeah, it's been a while since we hosted you on the platform, our co-host, and you read scripts. I think is this your second, third time? How many times now?
Yes,
Oh, really? That's great. Tell us about feedback from your peers on campus and the community. What do they tell you?
right. In my community, they can be like, thank you. The woman they can be like, thank you, but my peers sometimes they can be like giving me attitude, because it seems like getting older than my age because of some of the participation things I partake in. But when it comes to my school, it's very friendly. The environment, stream school system is very friendly. Even my teachers, they can like jokingly commend me all the time. Even my friends, even those that are very friendly, they always try to appreciate me. But that's just the society. People have diverse opinions.
Mm.
So that's just it.
Yeah, so you're not getting older, but what happened is that it gave you the exposure. That what they don't know, the exposure, the building the confidence, your pride, your dignity in you, it bring out your self-esteem and your mystery, the hidden side of you. People have seen and exposing you there. And these are things that make you to get the opportunities that are ahead of you. You will grab them. It could be scholarship, and financial aid, donation. Someone will just say, "Oh, Jacqueline, I'm going to pay your tuition for just two semesters or one semester. All right, or I'll be a contributor to your fees because I see future in you. You are doing well. That is motivation. But many of the friends don't know that, so don't worry about that. We passed through that. I'm a typical example of that. When I was in science school, 1998. All right, and when I started, so I was the only junior high student at the time reading among the 12th graders. Those days were men and women in
Those days,
12th
yeah.
grade after the rest of war. So as small as I was among them, but today they are proud of me. Even Bill Dean,
Oh yeah,
my
good.
former principal, Reverend Dana
Yeah.
Fwa, and many other persons. So keep it up. We are right around and we are around you. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to start with the first story. To show there's a setup happening. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Yeah. So I definitely going to. I don't understand the signal. Yeah. 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 No. Oh, okay, great. All right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry for the breaking transmission there, but for those watching my television, don't know what's going on. Okay, Dana know what's going on, man.
Don't I 1,000 year team.
And, so he's on the media right there. I like the program so much because Daniel, what makes the program so wonderful is that at this time people are glued to the radio, sitting to listen, and had analysis to go like Fleet right now
Oh,
in the
frame the
news. They
news.
sit
Yeah, oh
to
yeah, I
listen
saw
to
it.
me. Yeah.
Ah, the big
So he said,
acting.
"We're gonna analyze my
Big brand
view."
new.
So you watching? I know he's listening and watching from what angle they're gonna analyze my story. Okay, he's a newsmaker. He made news now. Okay, so let's go to the story, and Jacqueline will be featuring us with what? Oh, wow, I see Jacqueline. Nice. Okay, great. Look here, Jack. Good. Okay, great. Okay, great. So we're gonna be looking at the first story. Madam Cassell will be joining us in a very short while, and so the local government is driving development for the current administration in Bassa. There's a concern for past administration. They are concerned. They are saying, exposing the reason why it is happening. They are telling us that the current administration is heavily supported by the local government act, and there is no interference from political leaders. So they have the acquiescence to do better, right? And the matter of fact that nobody is standing on their way, and they have to go justify. They got to stand defend. Unlike for the county council, they got to go to the council, and the council they are all working the same building. One way or other, they can navigate, they can penetrate, and make sure that it works for them. One of the things that made me to laugh, this county council is the one approving project, but then they have a vehicle say project monitoring. I don't understand that. You can't be approving millions of dollars for the county authority to execute project, then you are monitoring the same project that you are approving as a county council. If the budget law says, sorry, the local government act says that, we got to check it out and see what provision the local government act talks about monitoring project by the county council. There is a contravene itself. I think that's something that we'll be looking at because it's on a vehicle. The vehicle tells us monitoring. Yeah, so you can't be approving to be monitoring. You can't be playing to be referee. Okay, fine. We'll look at that because this is our money, and the money should be discussed so it can affect the lives of the people because the money in the name of the people, in the citizens, but managed by the authority, but in the name of the citizens. That's the term of the money. It's we're doing it for our people. We're approving the money for our backup for our citizens. But they are not the one giving the authority to approve it. There are people who in charge of it approving it, getting it executed. So we got to understand how it works. So based on that, the past administration concerned that for them, they were guided by the budget law, and it was heavily influenced by politicians because of that they could not do much. Is it an excuse or they're trying to hide behind the budget law? So we'll find out this from the program inside the media. So Jalen gonna fill us in with that development. So let's bring her to speed to start the first story there as a final audio piece to connect with that story. Jalen Jackson, all is yours.
The former development superintendent of Grand Bassa County, Fleegley says that the current level of development in the county is on speed based on the Local Government Act (LGA). According to Mr. Glay, the administration made the Local Government Act but was not passed into law until 2018. It was endorsed by the former CDC-led government. Speaking Tuesday with Magic FM, the former development superintendent appreciated Superintendent Caillou Johnson for the level of work being done by the administration. He attributed the work of the superintendent to the implementation of the Local Government Act that gave him the advantages and authority to manage the county budget without any political interference from the lawmakers.
Okay, let's bring it for peace. Jacqueline is connecting her with. Let's see.
Anything that was not done properly, in my mind, it is because the way in which the leadership was being settled, the way in which the activities of the spending of the
I don't see if they there when you see anything.
was being structured.
You want to test it?
You understand that? Where
Check it out,
politicians
You
have
want to
the
test it?
power, have the ability to have their own input as to how it should be done. So we are saying here, give the development to the development actors and let them perform and come and critique them. But you cannot be a part and parcel of the process and you're critiquing another person. There are a lot of things to be talked about around those things, Chris. You can be a part of the, that's what we are saying about the county council. Right? That's why we just said that they are approving. I don't know if you might be right because you saw it on the feed. I don't know whether they are monitoring in collaboration with the development officer or the development office, or they themselves are doing it electronically. Then it's another issue. But what I'm saying here, those things that we are talking about as masses, our time now, those things happen because of the way the leadership structure was being made. You understand? Where politicians have more to do, more to say. There were a lot of things that were happening.
Is that the reason why you're gonna fix the new
But
hospital?
who were those that were hitting the fence?
But you
The
were
same
development-
politician.
Okay. Jacqueline continues.
Unlike the administration, he said, it was no level of led government. According to him, they were guided by the budget law for the usage of the county's social development funds, which allowed resolutions to come from the delegates and approved power from the Basel Legislative Caucus at that time.
So the only way that we could exclude the functioning or the more power being given to the legislature to get it out of them was to pass the Local Government Act. And that was the best thing the George Weah government ever did, to pass that act. Because that's the only way you can take the power from the hands from the legislature. You could not use force, you could not use bribery, you could not use money, but use the same act, the same law that was passed by then. And the sound is, so I think we should understand and be employing the citizen government. That was what we did. Because of we did this. That is why we see development. Development now is trickling down to our communities. And we applaud them for that.
That was Fleegley, former development superintendent of Grand Bassa County, giving his a view on the Local Government Act and the former budget law that was used by them during their administration. So we're gonna look at now. Dana Woody is a financial expert or analyst. He served the county administration during the administration too. So we could speak from the background of his experience on that. Then when Malaka said join us, she can also provide one portion of analysis on that. I don't know what I will most likely have Madeline Harris on the show. I can't tell because she hasn't shown in light yet, so I can't tell. But whatever the case, both of them will do us the favor by doing the analysis here. So, meanwhile, Lawrence G is following us on this show this morning from Morovia. He described it as the biggest radio show in Grand Bassa County. Lawrence, okay, so Lawrence said there's echo that needs to be worked on. A technician, okay, I've been clear out, Lawrence. I show check it up again. I'm not too sure the echo is beyond there. Then Waddington Diwajai say he is watching from his Kingdom Care Computer Printing Center. Who is Waddington and Diwajai? Okay, I don't really know him, but thank you for joining us and following us on this show. I sure you could be one of the followers. Last Saturday, I saw the same name and he asked him for a link for the show that was on. So we'll be sharing the link as we on the show because people want to follow the show. They might not be able to get to the page. Technician, you can help to do that, please. The link of the show that is on. Then we got Chuchu Poe following from Grand Cape Bound County, Bo What. Thank you for following us on the show Inside the Media. We want you guys to keep following and to share the page so that many people can join us on the show Inside the Media. So Dana, let's get back to you now to start the analysis on the discussion inside the media, giving to the story and the views you listen to. Um, for now, what do you have to say about this local government act versus the budget law, past and current administration, current and past administration vis-a-vis? Yeah.
So, like, Chris, thank you. And it's good being here. And thanks to my colleague for bringing out the details. But I want to provide this clarity first that I'm not here as a former fiscal superintendent. You know,
Great.
I'm here as an analyst, I'm here as a citizen of the country, and I'm here to provide what I know about concerning the both laws, the budget law and the LGA Act. So the problem is that we've been around from the crafting of the laws. We have our different opinions on the budget law and the Government Act that got passed in 2018.
Mhm.
And I like the way Honorable Glave presented it to the people of Bassa. I heard him praising the leadership, giving some analysis. But Chris, anyone who serves as student right now will do better.
Why?
Even if you are to appoint Chris today as student of this country, looking at your background of development and project management, I can assure you, you will do better, given the fact that all that you need is on border, your decision, your thoughts, your programming are in the ambience of your mind. You decide how to run the place that you sit currently. Years back, we've been running on what we call the budget law. I then crafted at session 10, sometimes session 9,
Mhm.
which is from 2015 come up to 2017. Even 2018, 2019, 2020, that law keeps rolling on and on. And that law gave direct right to the PMC back then. They were the ones in charge of the county finances, county programs, and projects. That law also gave right to lawmaker, politicians, the Honorable just placed it. They have the complete rights on funds allocations when they were county sitting. I've been there. I saw how it went. Uh, Local leaders were being called observers. Local leaders,
Mhm.
fiscal superintendent, development superintendent, all of us. When they went there, they would sit there and just observe the process. The lawmaker would be chairing that gathering, not for a day, not for 2 days. They decide along with the citizens. And mind you, the what I said sometime back, I made a post and I've been, talk about and think. I'm very clear. And that gallery will put on the tables what the lawmaker wants indirectly, because the law says that the sum should communicate to the lawmakers so they can set the threshold and decide who comes to the county city. In our opinion, our mind is that they were the ones to decide projects. So we found that our projects that were done years back, they went to the inner part of districts clinics were big, they were where car would not go, school were built there, and you just name it. Now the point is that those guys only sitting in the blue building as county administrators to only institute or just implement what the sitting says. They had no right to decide how to spend money. To the point that I can recall the honorable Clay, who was then chairing the our development, had to complain that he's now working, what is given to the PMC and what have you. The recording is here. The reason being is that that law put him aside. The law took him there, had just an observer. Some point in time, he will have to work along with PMC to ensure that works are done. But today, things have changed. And I have said the law signed by President We Are Then, that law changed the entire country. That law puts that work to a place where citizens can have absolute direct control rights to what belongs to them. That law that has been signed today, the law gave 5 years for awareness, 7 years for actions. And thank God that President Bouaka and his team is using that law to impact the people's life directly. That law has been passed currently. It diverts the political leadership from the workings of the county. They have no rights, no thoughts, not even a phone call. That's the reason why the guys back home in any other country, not the person alone, but in bomb, that's in the entire country. If you are the vicegerent of the president, you have to answer to one person, that is the president, and that's it. It's not answering to one senator or lawmaker. No.
Mhm.
So you found out that when the funds come in, look along what the county council, they meeting the project and come home. And it is his right to pull out money at any point in time. Last year or this year, you have seen things already to you. During the last day, I cannot recall where in the money that we moved from the county account to buy machine for GBU. I didn't see it happening. I didn't see money pulled out to pay children school fees in Rwanda. I didn't see money pulled out to help government institution.
Without anyone questioning.
Any questioning
Okay.
and saying asking me, was it approved? A lot of people are they aware about what you're going to do? So these happenings were like bottlenecks for the partnership.
So who is giving the approval power right now?
The power belongs to the county council and the local leadership. So you found that people are now working at the will and pleasure of themselves. Do they have what we call the CDE, the county agenda, right? But that agenda is open, is wide, upward. So you found them standing there what the law says. The law getting the right. Back them, the guys back them. That's why I think so hard when people begin to denigrate the past leader who are knowing what they went through. I pray that one day those in power will be clear and be bold to say the real truth of what things were, how things is currently.
But despite what they mentioned, there was still money coming to the county and even use some of money. So what impact or significant impact that was played by the past administration?
Of course, you are there. You are a journalist. You are one I cannot speak for them.
Mhm.
Citizen, I saw the workings here. I saw them doing some
What
work.
feedback?
I saw them working all the districts. And I can recall when how I turned one note, they talked about doing 47 projects that was finished. Okay, and we're having 15 ongoing. And again, reason why. Okay, so I cannot question them. I cannot, denigrate them. Or what I can see, they played their part on that stage of governance while they were in power. And another one to critique them. What I can do is that on what basis were they working? What tools were they using? Were they in charge of everything that comes to the county? Were funds coming in like the way it is right now? So crazy. I see the guys back then didn't have the power or the thoughts to do happen right now to build roads, to do validation of building to get program out. I believe that thoughts were in the mind, but were the funding available? Were the power given them to work? You hope the grade.
So, how critical is the county council in assisting or approving projects too? In how much they have the approving power, county council, they also have the power to reject projects.
So that's
They,
something
they
I always
reject
celebrate.
to reject. So, Mr. Superintendent or county authority, we agree that this is something you want to do, but from what we're seeing, the impact of this project will not be felt. So we can't really give you approval to them. We're rejecting this other project, but we're approving this one. This and so what expertise do they have in bringing on board to be critical with the county authority? Not because you have approval power, so everything they tell you, you say, yeah, approve it because they will have to buy you cars, so you approve it. You approving and you, I don't know who has the power to say, I didn't want telling them that they need card, or is the county authority say we need to buy card for the PA, for the county council, and then before they approve it. I just want to understand how it works.
Chris,
Yeah, much
I'm
that doing
one
work.
person that I will have issue with the council of their structure.
Okay.
I'm very clear with you, Chris. I will have issue with the way it is structured and those on board, how they proceed. And this one, I won't mention my one because I'm a technician and I understand how it should be done.
Mm.
We have a very good team on board. The soup and the team, they are great people. They prepare and ready to work. But the issue about the country council have been my problem. And I would not blame them. What I would say is that there was some, some mistakes or the crafter of the law. They didn't go deeper looking at the functions of the county council. Have they seen the function? They were done better to the structuring of the county council, who become chair, who comes there, and who does what. If we look at the function of the county council, it supersedes all political activities. They are like the president, in fact, they are like the first line of chief to the local leadership.
Mhm.
That function talks about making laws, rules and regulations, crafting, budget approving, budget and whatever. But issues are, do they have the expertise? Secondly, are they independent? Third, are they willing to call space of space? Are they willing to make the leadership? So on that note, Chris, I would say the county council will not be the one. They don't have the face. They don't have the backing, the boldness to reject or question they don't have that mind, they don't have that boldness to say will not alter or will not sound this plan or this budget and will see this, that, and that. I had no fear, I had no regrets in my place. I don't really right
Mm.
It's my county and I'm speaking as a citizen.
Okay.
All right. So until we can revisit or they can amend that portion in the budget, I mean in the laws to reinvent the wheels, to cut the law who should be on the county council, what role, looking at the kind of role they are playing, then we will have a win-win game on the table. But currently, as we see right now, it's just they believe that whatever comes to them is okay. How be it, yeah, things are happening, people are working, doing some great job, people are going to school, the hospitals and school. Yeah, great. But are we looking at what the CDA says? The rescue government issue an agenda every county. In that agenda, there are 6 pillars. And you may not know what the pillars are. So it should be on the shoulders of the county council members, not only to only go and then conduct district sitting and come back. The platforms be given to them to sit on the platform and explain to us what is in the agenda, what the pillars are, how I was yearly or quarterly. But you found that when they went to they should 2 they have meeting there, 3 have meeting there. We don't see the true evidences. We don't see details, not in the media. almost see that they approve budget, and that's done. So my point is that local leadership will continue to flow the way they are flowing because they got it right. They got a legal backing. But the thought is that if they have the rights and the monies are not coming in, they won't function up to 95 or to 99% as they are doing right now. One, but the fundings are coming in time. But most media and CSO grouping may not know what comes into the county. Then we'll see on Facebook what have come in, we'll see the check poster and what, right?
During the past administration.
Of course.
So there's the difference between how they operated in terms of transparency. What you're trying to say? Because if you post why coming in the county to the citizen, that transparency.
Yeah. So the point is that back then the guys had they were heavily critiqued. They were heavily followed by politicians, critical voices. So it was like really hard thing. So when money is the account, it's on Facebook. Today, we don't know what's coming in. But what we can see from the way things happening in our country, it shows that money is coming to us through the government. And I one thing as an analyst, I always say to people, I appreciate the government because we are down and down, we are feeding the children effect.
Okay.
Today, they are building roads. They're building roads. Today, they are building parks, hospitals, schools. Why? Because the monies are coming in. But back then, money will come in there, so now it's just not for almost 1 or 2. And then we have to go to a county city where we'll go through a day or two and begin to list projects, optimize them, give them a time frame, and then find out that money. It's not crazy. One of them come to say one of the reasons why they have some unfinished project ongoing because Chris, project you know have a timeline, right? Start date and end date. So assuming that we decided to build material and we cost it at $200,000. Okay, and for a year time, we are hoping on social fundings. The funding came in this year, came in better business. So what came in, we paid the first payment and second payment. And that contractor will start at that level based on the contract. So what happens if payment refuses to come in? That means you are going to pay for the next phase. So you find out you have ongoing or completed because funds are coming in. How big? Today we have transition. We have changed, Liberia have been changed to an open country. The evolution has taken place. Citizens are not feeling the direct impact. Today you find the student will do a check and give to students in Rwanda. And say, if you guys are China, India, good venture. But they said in the resolution was signed by the county council.
Okay, but you have this, you have education or scholarship support. Like Kavala, I understand Kavala resource. Okay, so I think it's 500,000 they are implementing now. Okay, yeah, I understand, but the thing is, I want to figure out why more things are happening in this administration, as you just put it. So is it that more citizen engagement or citizens having their say without interference of politicians, or the county authority are the ones meeting and discussing without interfering politicians? Are citizens really involved into these discussions and leading to implementation of projects that are going? Yeah.
So Chris, so you found that the law gave right to 9 persons. 9 persons that constitute the county council. They are the ones to represent us citizens. So we believe that once they are there, meeting quarterly or monthly or whatever time, we are involved. So my thought is that because of no political interference, they give right to citizens, county council, and leadership to sit down, point development out there, and then move ahead with it. It's not because they have all right. It's because no control anymore again. They are the one that decide how to use what comes to them. So the point being disagrees.
Okay.
Politicians have limited time, limited asset. In fact, no asset.
Another thing I want to find out here how much as you talked about um, the budget in the article and stuff, the local government is the strength of the current administration. Is the strength of the current administration. So the budget law was a challenge for the past administration. So you see, two things: strength and
The budget law section 10, 2009, it talks about social funding management. And it will say the fiscal tool shall be the aid to the county account. I The principal B is the PNC chairman. The principal B2 is the treasurer.
mhm,
And the PNC shall manage and coordinate the social funding. So you find the PNC was the people eyes at the time managing all the social funding. The guys that in the building were appointees, all right? We determine as what they call appointee government officials. So we could not use part of that funding, other funding, do something for the government because the guy back then, in fact, I will say the word. I know they make us to believe that the government money that comes to the county is not for officials of government. It's not to be used on government properties. Make us to believe that only on social aspect, being school for citizens, cleaning, water, and what have you. Today, that same funding, because the law gives right to us now. So we decide how to use our money per the CDA. Today, the law talks about uh, security law, right? Talk about that same money we work out for the police. Security law, laws all right is there. Today we talk about the big court for our same money that we call only for citizens. Today we are using money at our own discretion. So we are getting the games. The games are coming in. So you find the games are ruined because we have absolute control. We see it and we use it the way we believe it. On the 10th, please, I can tell you, they will tell you, say, the government appoints you to buy you cars, build your house, renovate government area. Today we are using our government funding. We are beautifying the place belongs to government. We are use our own money to transform government and transform our cities. So that one thing I always say, would appreciate the local leadership, would say thank you to President Walker and his team because they are making sure that this law has effect on every life. So we are making this money, using these fundings, we have asset to it, and we are using the best.
okay, thank you. So are the politicians being embarrassed about this? How the current administration is moving with speed in terms of development without their interference. But at the time you said you could not yet give money to students in China, Rwanda, from what you just said, even the health workers, I think the lawyers, I understand 10,000 given to lawyers recent time.
Lawyer,
Yes,
that's good.
and then 15,000 the health workers
Rule of law,
who are also studying
health,
health.
I saw it.
Yeah, 15, so $30,000 and so on. So the Kavala money is going.
It's
So
coming from.
so
Chris,
um,
I can recall about 200,000 came in somewhere around 2022, I think for 221. And that money brought a heated debate among politicians to the extent they have to organize, structure a committee. And that committee were working uh, under so many supervision. That same money, that money was not used at the will of the then superintendent and his team. The lawmaker was involved fully when the committee was structured and how they function. So you see now, Chris, they have changed. Today that money is in the control of the current leadership. They sat down, they crafted their own policy. Today is making impact, going to schools, clinics, doctors, lawyers, students across the globe. And I think what we pray for is taking effect. So we want to applaud them and support them and ensure that they do the work, because after everything, spot check will come in. And when they come to spot check you, Chris, you are doing great thing, right? You are working, you are building schools, hospitals, cars, and what have you, celebrating you. But when the time comes, they will be asking you, were you in compliance? That's one thing. Were you filing laws on the book? Were you filing laws? That's where the pastor comes in. And I know the pastor man and women, they will start praising Chris, and Chris sit here. Oh, Chris is cool. But the moment Chris slip out, man, he's gone.
Okay.
Criticize, you been lash out, you just name it. But overall, we can say that we're getting somewhere. The country is changing. The counties are changing. I was in Bump and I saw what happened there. I think Bump is the only county council that has said no to the local leadership.
Really?
Yeah. I heard that. I think I
So-
saw that on Facebook. And they gave reason why. Because they seen that we don't want to support that budget. We don't want to sound it because these things are not in the interest of people of one country. But yeah, in Basel, the moment it gets out there, it is sound. The last sound I checked was that Mr. Bauer then questioning the budget, you are saying taking food in there. We just pass on that. But the whole thing is that we're making some good marks. We see them. Should be told. Also of the local government are great. If the fundings were not coming in and on time, would be achieving these things that we are doing currently. That is the key word. The rights are there, the controls are there. Because the fundings are coming in. If they hold them to the funds, trust me, be here and there complaining.
Yeah,
But
because
the president, the Minister of Finance, are releasing the fundings in time per the budget. The one I said the 1.2 is hitting. Now they are in 85% hitting. And but even exceeded. So that 1.2B is making impact, is achieving what it's meant for. So
Okay.
to be told, yes.
all right, thank you. Malakasa just join us on the show Inside the Media. Malakasa, welcome to Inside the Media. I'm told that she has joined us for the technician. Again, Madam Kasa, hello.
No.
Hello. Hello. She go up? Okay. Yeah, she went off, but she'll come back. Okay, fine. So let us take some calls on the story quickly. We're juggling reading numbers so that the listeners can follow us exactly and partake on the show Inside the Media. What are the numbers, Jacqueline? The phone numbers? You don't know them. Okay, 0777777993 776313160.
Okay. Good
Hello.
morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
This is Apostle Chichi Koka, known as our person from New Become.
Yeah. Wow. Have your say quickly on the show Inside the Media.
Yeah, I want to thank you people. What I want to say about it, Lord has given local governments and power to the secretary to operate. It's a good law, and this law was actually passed in a previous regime, so government is continuity. I want to appreciate this government too to pick up to make sure that they continue the good laws that were there that would benefit the people. So I believe this is what impacting us today, and you are looking at the development growing fast. But I think it's true politicians and influence it. Because I remember 2010, I attended a county city in Riverside County, and there I said that immediately in that city, the superintendent of that county would turn over the kind of authority to the legislature cover chair. And there they campaigning all of their promises that they've been making to us, and then use our own resources or money to fulfill their promises. So this time around, it can't work easily. It can't work. Those who represent the council, they are there. And the council is composed of students, youth, women, and etc. So all sectors. So therefore, the money has to be spent across the sectors in the country. Thank you very much for the analysis that you are making.
Okay, thank you, Augusta Koka, for making your input. Madam Kaisel just joined us on the show Inside the Media. Madam Kaisel, welcome to the show Inside the Media. Welcome. Yes, I can see her, but she's not talking. I don't know. Okay, we will get her anyway. Okay, please lower the volume of the radio.
Good morning.
Okay, good morning.
I'm Mr. Kabia.
Your full name.
Joseph Kabia.
Okay, Joseph Kabia. What is your take on this program Inside the Media?
I somehow want to understand because local government is right for council, district council, what have you got? We shouldn't hear about the county council. But how about the city council, the township council? What are the functions? Because we hear much of them the county council. And they all follow the law where the function is the thing to approve budget and to make law and what have you that we function. But you hear much about this, the county council. The local government.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kabia. Okay, welcome to, what is your name? Oh, okay, welcome, Saturday Soul Guide. What do you have to say?
Let me say many thanks to our former finance officer, to the analyst, making us to understand what happened yesterday, what they went through, why that means, it's good. But on the overall, when you have the will to do something, the willingness, it sometimes can be easy. Because let me tell you back to the other push, the GSC. Even though we have not gone through it by our lawmakers, we actually get to those whose names are mentioned in there. But I think there were contracts given and they were not done. There were money given out and contracts were not signed. And we were here also too, money came in and projects were talked about, and people were after those projects. Then, for example, the people have done asking well, little for us to be specific. A contractor went there, and our expert is really good. We were told here that materials carried over there were not the rest of material. For example, the cement. And some people from government at the time here, just after those bags of cement, we carried them. And the records are there. The selection of that door. So what I'm saying is that what indeed the local government act is stopping this administration. And I also want to thank the administration because as Daniel saying, they are releasing the money. It means that the mean what development is. What development is. So when the agenda is set and planned, that we will access development. Then the money was so or so. So the story of the money is a result we are seeing today here. So I want to thank the former finance officer for opening our mind and even the former development officer for telling us that they were strangulated in some way. But again, too, there were some mistakes that we too hard because we tried here too for some money. Like for example, the scholarship fund I
Thank you, Tisa Desoga. All right. Hello, welcome. This is Inside the Media.
Yeah, good morning, Chris.
Good morning to you, and have you say quickly, tell us your name and where you come from, and let's take two more, and we'll get to the next discussion. Madam Cassette, is she back? Okay, she'll try to come back on the show Inside the Media. So what is your take? Your name? You're recording Chenny Davis. Okay.
Let me appreciate the analyst. Mr. Wole. But Chris, it is true that the law is impacting, but it is also evidence that we digest the analysis to be very fair. While it is true that money may be coming on firm, but it is also noted that there are projects that was identified and not paid for 100%. And those projects was neglected or uncompleted around 20 to 30%. Chris, no matter how the law was bad or the constraint, if the new Nigerian government hospital fees was paid for, the 100,000 was deposited, and a single bridge was not laid, there must be education for that. If the number 2 bridge, the 227,000 was fully paid, and you can only see 2 payments coming there must be a justification made for that, then a policy to be defended by a policy. If the 4-year market, you have 4 payments coming there, but that project money was allotted for it, and the money was dispersed 100%, and that project was not completed. You may see 4 payments there. There must be justification for it, then only the country savings will be what people will hang on and be politically motivated. If they will also tell us, Chris, that this money was allotted and paid to the contractor, and these politicians went after it, then they are very clear. But anything other than that, if you want to hang on the law because the law was not favorable, but equally so there were projects being paid for, and those projects was not implemented, then the reason could be different from the law. So I think if the analysts could just add what was the cause that project were 100% paid for, but they were not implemented, then we will also have our fair understanding on the past regime as compared to the current regime. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Chenny. Okay, you will respond to that. Hello. Yeah, looking.
Yeah, I think it's 124 for legalization this morning. I think it's fair. Because I saw us that if I had not been present before the council, I think the best to go for president will have been clear. At the time, it was high political. And those that were responsible to do federal responsibility were people like that. So we need federal, but now we hold. So there's not time for civil wings, but I think we can see the issue. Nothing that after our issue now is having to come. Like your family is a big thing. All the countries, one country, it's all those things that are in the future of the citizen. Everything is different. The medical council will stand it. Even if you are bigger than that, you will stand it. Let them go with another money for the activities. What was doing after graduating the general is finished. One family will come back to all narrow. It's like this year. But when the country comes not doing well or admire you, the country comes in the same position. And this one is really living at this level. And I think we can do for the other the map. But to go to all those things that it's really believe because they are already delivered. We put in there. But the thing that is really seen there, that's how they and we take something to do. Like you enter to this battle, we break people and go look on the best there. You ask. So we're still waiting to see what happened there because there was a big map. There was a big map, and now people will not see it because this is the best person that we don't see. So everything now that they're created until somebody can take all after him. So the country is not doing well for us. I think they didn't want to be penalizing those people as we do come and protest, our money being used. And the PNC has stand, we supposed to take on the project that was our you want to pay for it. So you don't want to bring people without doing the PVV press. You want to do anything to the government. You think that?
You mean the PMC?
The PMC, yes, somebody do it. Who do you? But they have the monitoring role at the time. They make sure they banner. Who do we go to? You will go down on the phone to the top. They will die. They you. That's how you who was given the phone to the press. And somebody say we're doing the government.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Let us take the other person. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. What is your name?
Okay, thank you so very kindly. My name is Fleegley.
Oh, Fleegley. Okay, you're in the news. It is your story we're analyzing.
Yes, I'm Fleegley and I'm calling from my Peterson residence.
Okay. What do you want to say?
I want to say a very big thank you to Machi FM for continuously breaking the news to the people. I want to applaud the analyst there, Honorable Tracker Willie. He has said it right. He has just alluded to exactly what I said to the public. And this thing is no ifs and about it. It's just the reality. The reality is that the local government has brought power to the people and encouraging people to do the needful. Even the cruel manner leader will have the kind of opportunity and will not do well. And the good thing is that the money is coming. So the analyst in studio, I want to applaud so much for the level of analysis he has made. Thank God he excluded himself a former government official and he's there as an analyst. And he analyzes by his own wisdom, knowledge, and professionalism. So we want to emphatically say to the bunch of people, whoever had the mind of development as a superintendent of this country, that we get into that position that the law will do much more what is happening. And he said something about the country council. We are proud the good things that be done by the current government, local government. The country council also need to be very, very careful as to how to respond to everything they see. Not everything you see will be the interest of the mass of people. So man, they will praise you today, tomorrow they will start critiquing you. When somebody think you sound so unnecessary, not because the money is there to be used or should be used anything, what you're doing, but tomorrow when they get to know that some of those things that you get, they're not in line with what you're supposed to do by the law, you'll be critiqued for it. So I thank the analyst so much for looking between the lines, for cutting the argument across, for sharpening our argument. Why those things are happening now, did not happen before. Because go at those days when students used to throw around about the day when we are commentating, the color generator is wrong with it. Or legislative cocker chair will be cheering. The government with the first story will be taken away on the side as a level. But the government cannot know these things. Today you cannot see these things happening. Today you see things moving smoothly because of the local government. I want to tell you thank you so very kindly for the analysis. And I want to say thank you to Ukraine because you're one of those young people who running the media, not just on politics, but on the need of what the people need to know. And I want to applaud you for that. I really appreciate you. Okay. So I want to say thank you to the analyst and thank you for the show. I'm following the show on the radio, and I will follow the show to the end. So thank you so much. When the new deal, we can come by and call and make some input. Thank you so very kindly.
Okay, thank you, Ashley, for being so vocal on the issue of the Local Government Act and the budget law that existed during your administration. Okay, so you need to respond to Chenny concern.
Yes, what the hell?
Yeah, projects that were funded 100%, but then weren't done and completed. In as much as budget law was an obstacle, the approval.
I think if I can recall, you're trying to quote from what the report says, right? From the GSA. I think so. I think that's what
okay, if we quote it from there, but except that you talk about the fencing of the hospital.
if we take about time and go through what people says, that people did not mention, any of those that said that receive fundings were paid to them or went for fundings. That will all spell out funding things to contractors and vendors and what have you. And I want to be very careful on how I coin my words and my dictions because it's a key document. It's the first thing that we have access to even like this. So we always say, I think I heard the person that let's give it time that we public hearing. I think at the hearing, and very informed somehow there will be just a year who will be there, those CSO who are now can be seen around. All the questions, can be asked, and those who were in charge at the time, to respond to them. But again, I want to see this in clear, Chris. Not because we saved, okay, but every noon, Chris, I'll end on this one, okay, that when you went to other pastor high schools or maybe March 11, there is a caption that capture the leadership of March 11. That does not mean they are caught things down or did something wrong.
Okay.
It's the covering of a book. You have the author, the writer, the key is the book. But people just conclude that once your name is mentioned there, but the key people who are in charge, the leadership, on a pressing at the time. So that's how it looks like. And I don't want to open that as a debate on that because it's a legal document, reputation. We will go for the those who are there who are serving, they will go there and then the question will be asked and they will respond to them gently as it is written. So happy increase. We cannot and will not compare the two laws today, tomorrow, and forever. Madam Sally, when she organized the project management committee, it has an intent. That intent was to exclude appointed officials directly for handling and managing social development funds. That was the intent of that was the law. Why you find every time in section 9 or 10, they will say, give it a breakdown. Today, we have moved to another law. That law gives rights to citizens and the leadership. So let's celebrate what we have now and let's pray that we have more of the good things that are happening. I just saw recently, Chris, that the leadership gave to a government school $25,000 to construct fence and bathrooms.
Yeah, we had that next story coming. So
right? So I was saying that things have changed because they're very critical at the time to use the people's money, quote unquote, social funding to begin to support government institutions. I think back then was saying no.
Okay, so thank you.
So on that, like we don't just topic, but we should not politicize this because we here to provide analysis and follow it forward.
All right, thank you, Daniel Wade, in the calls that came in. Many calls are still coming in for this story because we're looking at the local government act versus the former budget law where we are headed by the past administration. We're going to understand why they didn't do well in as much as some funding will come to the county, but none.
Why, if you say why they do well, then that will come down.
Why
we have to analyze. You can say why they didn't do well.
No, why they didn't do well in some of the budget law and talk about the challenges, looking at the challenge and the influence.
Hello, Chris.
Money was okay. Okay.
You cannot say because of the budget law. No, you cannot say they didn't do because of the law. No, I would tell you, Chris. I was here. I live here, and that family that have things here, right? I can still be true to my conscience. I have not done 100%. They did some good jobs.
Okay.
They have some bottlenecks. They have some mistakes. But let applaud where applaudable. Okay? Or is it golden?
No, it is true.
Continue in that. And Chris, I'll be clear to you, Chris. Those guys, thank God for them. Because we push them, we question them, they They were on a continuous query. The current folks are not seeing where any of them been pushed. No more, I want to be any movement, no more critical voices again. It's just like everything, like, on silver platter, we celebrating ourselves, moving on. I continue to ask, where are the civil society group? Where are the strong critical analysis of the media? Where are the questions coming in today? Those same media were the ones that still money that we cannot use our money to buy government official car. They were giving reason why it should not be. But today, they know we can see them working. Okay, where are the media houses? The CSO, where are they today? No, today they are going to bed because one, this law brought them in. They are the head of the county council. The media isn't there. For the media is now almost like everything is hallelujah, praise the Lord.
So I think you can say bulk of the media, but not every hand. It could be maybe majority.
I recall this is a fair aspect. I can recall some point the PMC that was laid on that liquor earning. The law provides that 10% should be used for the use of the PMC for the running costs. I'm sure the costs that are they are going to because they have to monitor projects in how to reach area. They bought a brand new vehicle, and that vehicle it was very criticized. How they bought old car to the exact record. More than that car to one for one, to open the car engine. I'm a Chris. What do you want today? How many of have access to open the car engine by buying? So you see it.
Okay, so it means that civil society pressure groups are silent.
Silent.
Okay.
Okay. Today, so Chris, we've not been saying why they didn't do well. Let's go for that 10 overload. Let's see what they have there, and let's do the analysis fairly. It would not be for me, Chris.
But the thing is, I'm trying to figure out why the current administration is doing more than the past administration. That's the point. Doing more because doing more and talking about the local government act is their strength of doing more. And then why you didn't do more was the budget law and the influence of politicians. Okay, yeah, much I had challenges.
Chris, if you say why they're doing more, then I will say they didn't do more. It's a different
Okay, quality. we got it. I just refine my statement.
Why they more and why they will do more.
Okay, so thank you. I just refined my statement. We have to take some time to read the local government act. So the law is saying monitoring and evaluation. This portion, I just want to read the portion quickly.
That portion is squarely on the government angle.
Okay, so because of the speed they're working with, about the monitoring and evaluation aspect of their projects, how it's been done, we understand is the county council. So in conformity with the practices of good governance, local governments share in collaboration with the governance commission undertake performance monitoring and evaluation of their programs. The minister responsible for local government shall prescribe the frequency, coverage, and from which monitoring and evaluations shall take. Okay. B. Specifically, local governments shall ensure that. Okay. Remember number 1. The physically challenged have access to participation in local government decision making and to use friendly physical infrastructures. 2. The physically challenged have equal access to employment and social services being provided the people. 3. The local government programs are children friendly and responsive to the needs of orphans and abandoned children. Local government programs take into account the needs of the elderly in local communities. And 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, local government health services programs attain to the needs of persons mentally challenged. So all of these are things we expect should be done. Yeah, so this is on 5.6 monitoring evaluation.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming forth. So I don't know. Are these things very effective? All that are happening because we gotta take time to be reading this law and interpreting this law.
Because this law
we-
is
we-
a lot of things that
Mhm.
people are overlapping functions.
Okay.
Why? Because the county council almost like they working daily. No, you're not to work daily. You're not working from Monday to
So
Friday.
they work daily.
That is people they have a car now. I saw a car on it for M&E.
Mhm.
I've been wondering why give you the M&E car? Why are we buying a vehicle? It's not a bad thing to do. That should be at the power of top of the dealership that you already done. But the development officer has the direct right for monitoring all projects to ensure that they have done in line with the budget. They have something called they should implement, promulgate laws, rules, and order, and they should approve budget and what have you, place fund taxes. That's what the only county council. They should meet quarterly, annually. It's almost like sitting. When do they sit? They sit when they go to approve the budget. They sit when they go to analyze the budget. They should be meeting after what they have approved to see the results or report from the county authority. But it appears like they are in offices. I don't know where, but it appears like they are there every day.
Okay.
The law also created that they should have two officers that be there every day: the office manager and a legal man. People should run the everyday affairs of the county council. But the almost like let's say the full-time job. Great.
Are they being paid for full time?
The law provides honorary for them set up by the lawmaker to set a threshold, set a salary.
Okay.
So I don't know what they pay right now.
Okay, well, fun time to actually look at the local government act and to be able to read that and discuss it so that people can be educated or enlightened about what is in it. I'm sure we can do that.
Yes.
We can do that. We put it in our plan. Sure.
For some time, in fact, the council has here.
I did it before, but they gave me excuses. They didn't have time.
Then they come to us and explain. They have the law. The law is that working to is that what the Bible.
Okay.
The program should come to us here, so that then explain to citizens how the law looks like. What's in the law, how can up, be one person here, but sometimes we don't see them coming here. We don't see them. Our point is that we can tie all the bread on the soup team. They are very, tied up with a lot of jobs.
Okay.
We have a plan. That plan given to the county council. They bring that plan here. They discuss the plan to us.
Even what is happening now with the education support that's going out from the Kabbalah resource money, the 500,000, there should be a spending plan in terms of development work, in scope of development, provided by the county currently. So since the county council approving their expenditure right now, but you have a spending plan, what happened in month days, activity days, that plan, they can only share that plan with the civil society, the media, if they want to be more transparent. Let us see, because we just see that they give money to the health people, 15,000. They get one. How we can just see it in the flashing and the news go in a way like one media organ is being contacted and doing this kind of stuff. But I think it should be open to the public. It should be open to the public. Yeah, so that people
are good, but the mood and the pattern
and
standards are the problems.
Okay.
To me. So it will be good that if the county council can be more critical, not in negative form now, more critical to ensure that the guidelines laid down are followed and these things are done in line. That's all I'll take.
Okay.
We love them.
So
they are good intention them made. But again, they be placed in the right perspective.
Okay.
Good for Basa and then we'll celebrate it.
Thank you. Let us now go to the second story quickly. I just hope that we'll have Malaka on the line, but I can't tell yet if the technician gave me signal. She hasn't made any attempt to come back. So today, my man, to the show. Next other when you can't report, say, man, please get your chance. That you not plenty. You know how to get deal with you. Yeah, because I think my Devin going come on. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, okay, fine. So we want to look at the second story that has to do with education support analysis now, but then Jack will bring it to speed with the two stories that we have there. One is about 20,000 from students studying in China, Kenya, and Rwanda, and it being criticized as wasteful spending, politically motivated or driven, and but then it being described as meaningful and impactful spending as well. To want to see how the diverse views are all being calculated, so we can provide the analysis on them. Then we'll also look at the $25,000 for the Gabriel B. Smith Public High School. Let's join Jacqueline. Jacqueline, welcome.
Yeah. A prominent opinion leader in Grand Bassa County, S. Chinny Davis, says that the 20,000 United States dollars given as support to students of Grand Bassa County studying in China, Kenya, and Rwanda is a waste of money. Speaking Tuesday with Magic FM, Mr. Davis said that those that are studying in those countries were all sent by politicians, and therefore the county should not take their responsibility. According to him, there will be no reward from those students in the county after their studies abroad. He said, instead of wasting the money as financial support to students who are already supported by politicians, the county authority should have done quick impact training for young people in the county with vocational skills at least 6 months that will be working for the county than a 4-year degree program.
It is just clear that that was a complete financial waste. Yeah, it's a waste of money. It is simple. The reality is that political decay. You cannot send somebody to Uganda, then you send aid to that person. He might decay. The reality is that Senator Lawrence cannot send a student in Uganda and you also send aid to that person as a country. The reality is Honorable Vincent Wille cannot have students in Uganda and those same students you send them financial aid. So my argument is who is getting their praise and what is the reward that coming back directly to the country to impact the country. Mind you, the 20,000 you send, it is for all of us. So anybody who is benefiting that 20,000 must be established that you have something to give back to the country. Chris, it is their own prerogative to generate money to help themselves. So I don't want to go into that. But in particular, about resources that could impact more young people, and make a quick impact. Like when you can remember when Umbio were around here, they have certain things they call a quick impact project. And those quick impact projects were projects that the people see needs that could contribute to the system at that time. So that what they refer to it as quick impact. So our quick impact project today could be let's train more young people in tower crane operation for the port. Do you know how much people who employ with AML that move to boat to bring boat in, carry boat, or do you know how much they make? No master degree holder make that money. They make close to 1,700, 2,000. If you make $1,000, how much dollar a master degree holder making around here? So now 450. But just a one tow boat operator will be making 1,500 with a lot of benefits that follow. If you not may have to stay home and you call him to do an overtime, that is extra money that he made apart from his salary. So we are saying, let us create the opportunity that align with the job market. Let the country start thinking, if you are supporting LRC, and which we pray that you do, and which we know the superintendent of this country is going to do, you must also be sending people to BWR. You must also be sending 10, 15 students to China for 6 month trainings. Those are less expensive and more impactful than sending somebody for 4 years.
Yeah, go ahead, Jack.
In a contrary view, a civil society advocate of Grand Bassa County, Bonte Lee, says the 20,000 United States dollars is not a waste on those students. According to Mr. Lee, the money is contributing to the education of the young people of Bassa that will have a meaningful impact on the county.
First, let me disagree with King on grounds that the 20,000 was a waste. It's not a waste because it contributes to education of young people from Grand Bassa.
Yeah, okay, let's begin with this, with the analysis. Another piece will come later on. Okay, Jalen, yeah, I think it's connected to that piece. Go ahead, Jack.
Despite that, he agreed with Channing Davis that the county authority needs to support technical vocational institutions such as the LOIC in order for them to do proper training of young people who want to be in that area of learning.
Now, let me support Channing's view in terms of how can the county strategically invest into education in Grand Bassa, especially technical vocational education. It's important and it's a far better developing factor if you invest into vocational technical education as a county.
Okay, that's fine. Jalen, thanks for that story. We'll get back to you later on. Okay, so let us listen to Daniel Willie about this. In your candid view, your frank analysis, how do you see the story? Because you try to tap into that in the analysis of the previous story. Yeah.
So, Chris, the story is beautiful, and thanks to Jacqueline for agreeing with it. And Chinny has some point, and maybe it's the way he had it structured. Had Chinny laid the policy, the rules, and the guidelines that should be giving money to people in foreign land, and that be called a waste, but could be calling it either a off budget spending or off the plan spending to be the decision to use. And one of the reasons Bondi calls in as a COS, but as a CFO, because of the name waste. But I be frank with the argument, Chris. It's in good faith to send money to our citizens outside the country. But what's the county that sending folks out there? Some have gone there with their own hustle, their parents, some by political leaders and whatever you. They are there as Bassa people. Great. We are going to help them with funding. Are we signing an MOU with them that after the process will come back home to get back to the county? Or are we doing these things to showcase our financial power, our control, and our leadership aspect? Or what are the plans?
Okay, that's a good point you just raised. Yeah. So is there a contract between the county and the students in Rwanda currently, Kenya, and yeah? Okay, still outside the country. How would they offer back to the county?
When they come back home.
Okay, so instead that the county have 500,000, so they have to spend that money at all costs, so they're farming to get the money out. So and then okay, that's fine.
A plan on board, kind of policy, and then all these questions that Chile all out there raising. I know, I'm very sure Chile's view will be just alone, and I know 1,000 view could be in support and 100 against him. How be it, Chris? In my opinion, and a fair analysis is that giving money out to people out there is good thing. But I saw barrage of leadership falling beyond that program. I mean, how are they going there? Led by the superintendent. Are they going on the county expand or going on the individual expand? We give our money to citizens out there. It's a good one because they are brothers out there. But when they come back home, who would they be loyal to? Is it those who send them there or those who help?
So the comparative analysis, Channing, date. What is the logic in that? Manakase has just joined us. Let's welcome her first because she has been facing network problem. As I just see your comment on the live video. Yeah, Manakase, welcome to the show Inside the Media. I know we are going in the middle of the discussion already, but it's good to have you. Yes.
Thank you, Chris.
Okay,
and thank you, Cinta, and to all of our listeners.
Okay.
I want to say it's been a very week in Boys Town. The rain is so severe, so the internet is in and out. But notwithstanding, we've been going in and out and to follow the conversation. I think it's very important that our people, I want to listen to the listeners because so much has happened. And the topics that are under discussion is important to the growth of our county, important to our country, and for the role we play in West Africa. So it is important that we listen to and see how people feel, how they think, and then we can analyze thinking about and how it can be improved. The scholarship is very important. The arrest of the Vice President, Joel Howard Taylor, the issue with drugs. I mean, it's just enormous. And our county, the issue.
Thank you so much. Oh, okay. She's muted. She's muted. I don't know. She's speaking but not coming out. Okay, she's still in speech, but not coming out. The technician is looking at it. Yeah. All right, Manakase, we will get to you. Thank you so much. And Dana was in speech about this. I asked you about comparative analysis of practical skills training, which is described as a quick impact project for 6 months, and they'll come and serve the county again, and then a full degree program in accounting, business, and other stuff. When they come by, how do they become useful to the county? So let's look at the logic in that. What is the logic that you got from Cheney in that?
The Cheney got a lot of points. Okay, because what Cheney said was that who sent these people when they're on political patriotism? That's when they went there. So you found that they got more loyal to the person who sent them than we that are chipping in. So have we changed the debate? Put that money into a quick impact project that will create, human resource development, come back and say, I do what I want them. Though it's not a bad thing to support our brothers out there. Okay, don't hold me for that one. It's a good one.
Okay.
But again, are we going to have an agreement with them? What impact would it make to the county after we give our money to them? We agree. We are moved to be open to the public. We need folks to come back and they said, mind you, when they come back, Chris, they don't owe you loyalty. They don't owe you a job to stay and work. We tell you thank you. But what we can do, Chris, is that while the monies are managed, we can create the policy, the plan, and see how people can spend it, in the form and manner. Give us impact. But here we are. Goodwill. For me, I would call that goodwill, and it's a goodwill, and have a dividend of all the praises, the good news. It's a good one. But can we look at the LRC here? Can we find a plan B to the LRC that we did for the Pastor High School now? Can we find a plan B? The last time I checked, LRC was complaining about people being unpaid or not being paid. Though in the community, can we chip in to say, this money for teacher salary or for the school? Because folks from that place, they are here doing plumbing work, passing around mystery. Can we put more money there to help them? I agree with you, Chris. If you go on the social media, 95% of the folks that are outside of the country coming to school, they are more loyal to those who send them. They on the Facebook, defending them, praising them, good. But
so would you put the county
county
tool for the $20,000?
Today it's a program, the fundraising program. It's a good job. But again, I only feel that we have an intent to help them out there. But again, let's create a policy plan that this money cost 500,000, half a plan. Some have a foundation headed by told me Pele or other guys, let's bring it on board. Let them bring a player. Let's see what they have in play. Start putting the money.
Okay, let me ask you this, as you just put it. How many students are stolen in Rwanda, Kenya, and China that the country is giving $20,000 to? How many are they? Because it's in general right now. You give 20,000 to students stolen. Now, what the news carry?
Yeah.
But the thing is, the country should be able to provide data before the news come out to the public. I'm a communicator. When I communicate with sense and reasoning. So the thing is, what is the essence of giving information to the public when you don't have the data to provide? In generality, you're providing money for students in Rwanda, Kenya, and where in China. But the question is, how many are they? All right, the country should be able to inform the citizens that we have 30 of our students outside of the country and they need financial aid. Even though they are being assisted by people, but then they're having some challenges, so we are coming to buttress. If I use the word buttress.
Yeah.
So that means not a full support.
Yeah.
It's not a full support. It's a financial aid, not even a scholarship. Okay, so, but we don't know the number of students. Jarlene, do you know how many students?
No.
Okay, you yourself, you don't know. I don't know if those are listening can tell how many students the country are supporting 20,000. So what is the mathematics that will show about $20,000 US dollars that were fed? 20,000 can pay what? Is it 10 students or 15 students? But the money signed 20,000 might look big or small depending, but it depends the quantity of students and the quantified in the data. Then we'll know that the number of students, which means you know the number of students.
I think I saw on their platform
Mm-hmm.
that the president of the All African Student, I think it's Ines came to Basel. He came to Liberia, and then he was at the student compound at the office, and then he got this money. So now I believe that when we were doing the presentation, if the media will ask this question, Mr. President, are you getting the money from the county, from the people of Basta? Can we know the number of students we have across the country that you are heading as the president? Can we know them? And I say there are still rooms for he to give the number of students to us here.
Even the country, because the way you just said, that's where independent media comes in. Because if you are a journalist in the county, you don't just take the press release, just run with it. The release is the full information, but you need to use it to ask the hard questions.
Sure.
When you read it, you don't find what is in it. Because the county information officer will write the way of pleasure to promote the image of the authority. So you and I should be looking for the meat into the news. If it is not there, then you have to quiz him. If you say, "Oh, I'll get back to you," means that he doesn't have an answer at that moment. So he's trying to tell you that I'm going to consult the superintendent. He should have done homework before coming to the press. Well, the press is asking him because the guy is informed the fact that something is missing in that story. There where you come with critical thinking. That's the point about good journalism. But now look at it this way. Now I understand there's a writer today, what you just said. I'm quoting you. You said today.
I'm seeing on social media, I saw some
gallery. And then it was yesterday, but I think it's today. Then fine. Okay, but here's the thing. I understand that. First of all, let me make this clear. We are not against journalists going to call a program. We gotta understand Frank Payne from Basel FM want to call the program. Yeah, Frank Payne, sponsored by the superintendent. And later again, I saw another flyer that I believe your manager also went to call. Okay, great. Now the county, Kayu is running the country as an administrator, chief administrator for me, as I see it from a journalistic wisdom and development point of view, because he is the vice of the president of the county, and you have the county information officer. So you have several radio stations and media outlets in the county. So what would be your thinking if we're here to carry the county information officer on the one hand, for him to call that occasion, and then it being broadcast live here by these various radio stations to call down costs that were fed all these stations, and will make the county to be in the news for a whole week, because Macha is carrying it, Abidjan is carrying it, Besson is carrying it, Dubai is carrying it. I think what I'm saying, Lhasa is carrying it all. But if you take one person, it costs about almost $600 United States round trip to and fro, plus either 6 or above round trip. The
But
DSA, everything.
No, Chris, so
I don't know.
I don't want to conclude on that he carried them. Can we just know that?
No, I read the script. I read that one. It's a
the
sponsor.
expense of the county.
It's a sponsor by
that are going to
the superintendent.
Okay.
Sponsored by the superintendent. I saw on Empire TV. I read the script. But the point.
Chris, it could be that it could be his personal funding. That he,
Okay. So then he needs to make a county to understand this clearly. Many a time he should be speaking through his county information officer, because you're not doing favor for the citizens. He's doing a service. He provides service for the county. We should understand this. It's not a favor. It's not a privilege. Information is power, and people need the information. So if it is their own money, I'm going on my own error, not on the county work. You can carry anybody. I will get the point. Yeah, because if it will cost $1,500 for a single journalist who will go sponsored by you, and then if 5 radio stations will air this event from Rwanda, which one will make greater impact? Which one to you will make greater impact? And then you have 2 journalists, or $2,000 that you're spending on just because the DSA were involved, they got to eat, they got to sleep. I mean, you don't understand the logic about that. I'm not against it. I'm looking at reasoning. If you will give, I believe, $300, match $300, West on $300, Dubai $300, that's our TV radio. Even the bars of $300. Times that money by all the stations you're talking about, it had not even 2005. And you have one person go. So how are we using the county money if it is the county? If it is a personal money, the superintendent at some time point should be speaking as administrator and as a politician at some time point. The county information officer should be involved every day, because watch the image of the county and the superintendent. What is your take about that?
My take is that I support the analysis that made, and the fact is that my only concern, which I'm very careful, and I'm choosing my diction very carefully, is that we are yet to establish that the government of Rwanda on this program, whether it's the county sponsored event that takes in that took in 3 other journalists,
2,
right?
2 journalists,
or whether it is the own individual, something that
expense.
Whether these folks went there as if that and they bought own ticket. So until we can find out these things, I don't want to jump the gun. But how be it? The news online very clear that they are sponsored by the superintendent. Great. If they are, is it the personal funding that he uses to cover them? That's question 1 and 2. Or is that it's a budget fund, the county budget,
yes,
used on education.
Because mind you, don't forget, audit will come tomorrow.
That's the point. So the point now
and not today
is that the superintendent should be more open to everybody. That's my point. It's not just for a single party, but for every citizens of Bassa. The friends should be across everybody. The family should be across everybody, because it's now wearing out of flame, the red, white, and blue for all of us. So the point here is that let there be a policy or scholarship for both local and international. That's my point argument here. And I think that my good friend and brother Chini got it right. Maybe the movie he said that is a waste of fun. That's the war. I can't blame for that.
Okay, let's listen to the Fleet Glade portion. Jacqueline, do you have that piece there?
On the same,
yeah. He has a take on that. Okay.
So, commenting on the US dollars 20,000 given as financial support for Grand Bassa County students that are studying in China, Kenya, and Rwanda, Mr. Glade described the support as politically driven because they are already benefiting from other politicians.
Yeah, but first is 20,000 just mute to what the students spent in where they are, because it's just a portion to buttress. The students, they are on different scholarships level from different politicians.
So did you make much impact?
Oh yes, because the 20,000 is just tapping up what they already have China or wherever they are. That is ongoing in the county. We should also set a line of financial spending. Spending should be directed, positively and rationally. I will say clearly here that those guys who have gone to Rwanda and other places, yes, they are Basel citizens, but they are there on a particular person responsibility. Each person was sent by an individual. So if it is the county that sent them on the New York Grand Basin and that money goes directly to financing them, we say, yes, it's playable.
Is it okay?
Yes. Okay, that's a piece from Fleet Glade. What does that take?
Yeah, simple.
Yeah.
I think Fleet said something that what Jenny. Rwanda that have gone, that have come back, that stayed there, including China. If you value their going, their expense, what they are there, it should be more than $20,000, along with other lawmakers like the President Willie, the Goswa, the banks, and you just name them. So what I can say, the county only need to be very strategic in what they're going to do, very clear in how they can, how to give it out. It's a good thing to do, but take your time. Let it, data, like we say, let us know across the globe, China, Rwanda, Ghana, Senegal, whatever, we have citizens in this, country that would start to reach out to the at this number. So has the arrest agenda just I think 2 or 3 education. We want to divert portion of the Kabbalah resource money to support them with other dormitory fee, because I'm going to keep school fee.
The 20,000.
So as we have up to hundreds student across, Chris, do you know how much it costs to go to Rwanda? Do you know the cost of living there? Do you know the school fee there? That's my point. The point here is that let's be clear. Support other they are living there, while they are the other pay that their fees or feeding or just something else. But to tie around school fee, I don't think.
And that's why Manaka said just join us again. From here, I want to get back to her quickly. I was asking you about the number of students, but yet about data. We bring my interest into that discussion.
Sure.
So does the county currently have a scholarship committee?
Of course.
Okay, thank you.
Now
Now they have.
Yeah.
So what data did they provide to the superintendent before you decided to provide 20,000 as financial aid to students studying outside the country? What data did they provide? What was the assessment? Now, the money used to transport units to Liberia to go back. What are money going to be added to the money to the Senate?
Who pay that money?
Who pay? No, the thing, but he came on who expense did he come? He came to receive the money. Analysis is a strong kind of thing. You know that. Yes. Okay, that is the man I said. You want
Index is the president for the student order, right? So it not be now come on the student budget. Same year, we'll buy your ticket 2 and 4.
Yes. Oh yeah, you are coming
in broken.
You are on a certain time. Okay, she's talking, but I can't hear her. Success, the technician. You are coming.
But Madam Harris not there.
Oh.
You can hear me now?
We can hear you. So Success is working on that, and so let's see. Daniel, again, just a short while. Let's listen to her. Mm-hmm.
Oh, short while. You see, he timing me now.
Hello.
Big man, eh? Anyway, hello.
No. I'm not timing you. I said, hello.
My addition. Let me start from our count.
What is it called? She breaking in.
Oh, am I? Hello. I hear you. You can hear me now?
Oh my God. Is it the network?
The network is bad.
Huh?
No, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
You can hear me now?
Now we can hear you too.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me start from our team. Let me start from my own friend, my son, and my brother, the superintendent. Whoever is out here advisors, I think they don't want having a problem. They're not advising the superintendent rightly. Because it was not done before, doesn't mean it can be done now. For consultations, now that you are running a local government, you are not running the Ministry of Internal Affairs that have different responsibility. Local governments that everybody within them. Can you imagine? One of the senior chiefs of Grand Pasa has been buried today. The superintendent is absent. The superintendent is absent. To send a proxy to Omer Gama. Do you know what that sent? What message is sent? His uncle Theo Johnson, were part and parcel of making it hadn't rained. I was bending number one, but because of the weather. But let's go back to the scholarship. Like I said before, and you know what? I'd like to give records. How did Vincent Whitty get to Europe to go get studies? How did Duban go to Italy? How did
Dada Cleon?
Dada Cleon,
Yeah.
Yeah, the network for in is a problem, but she's
accordingly, but just we're based on working with Vincent at the time when you were president for the Bassa University Associations. People were identified based on their performances. Working with the education ministry, people got scholarships based on their merits, not political parties. Those people, the two that need the more, were not from United Party. I don't care where party they came from, but we went through the process of working with them because of their knowledge, and they were identified as scholars, and they got scholarship, they went abroad, and they came back and got hired and got jobs. But government come and government go. If you want to achieve something, don't compare yourself or read the books. The documents are there. Right now with social media, everything you do is recorded. Everything you do is recorded. Look and see what started and see how you can build from it. When you start to create a new thing, people coming after you and do the same.
Okay.
Improve on got for our local students. Those students that went to China, that went to Nairobi, that went everywhere else. Was sent by politicians.
Yeah.
And we take revenue council.
Oh my God. It's the network. He said the rain in that area. Boss time where she lives, eh?
Yeah,
okay. Okay, it really again. Now the thing like what she just said, Nairobi, Kenya. So, how many students from Basel are studying in Nairobi, Kenya? How many students in China we're talking about? How many students in Rwanda? So, Ines, who is a journalist, and I don't know why he's studying in Rwanda, but he should be able to provide the information to the committee, the scholarship committee, and the committee too should be able to do an assessment, comprehensive one, written, approved by the county. Then the county making decision through the approval of the county council you talk about, because they are giving them. So the council, how the council is approving? How many students have they quantify into that report? How many students we're talking about? 20,000 divided by what? 5 students? The in years, you also talk about 5, maybe about 5 students, for example. You listen to the voice there. When depending the amount, depending the support. Is it covering lodging or is it for fees? It's financial aid. Is it for school fees there? We need to be clear how you buttress people effort so that people can understand. The money should be impactful in the citizen. We are not against that.
No.
We're promoting good governance.
We're not.
That is the point. I know again people have different perception about their own. People say
That's no more.
yes, but the thing is that to understand how we're talking about the flow of to working with these stations to help you and spread your information, disseminate it to the letter so that citizens can understand what you're doing. All right.
More or less, it's like they are investing into the online platform. I want to think so because bulk of the thing that I see on Facebook is through the online.
But being selective.
When I come to Basel and tune to this station, media like the radio, where some they have the American the chat broadcast there beside the morning hours when fire and PR from the later the issue about who goes to Rwanda. Money or the somebody who are just so just let's say is it because of the friendship or because of the political amusement of one. So my point is that people went outside of this country to get like the Benson way, the clean up, a lot of guys went out there. We went through them when we have the Busu, a very strong group. When we have argued, Como had taken over as the president, Como Payne. We were looking for international scholarship. We thought know how we had two from Nuka. We started a whole committee, but then we had Gia serving as the soup at the time, Madam Kasser. And we started that committee in 4 president plan. And all the 4 we took the 2 best. One was Bessie Willie, then Bessie Willie and Unida Johnson. The first 2 presidents from the Busu funding and how they went. And they still serving us today. The point here is back the Basel Scholarship Foundation. I saw that document headed by Amos Boyu. He now with Darius in his office at COS. That document talked about close to 100 students that went on the county scholarship who had 2 that have MBA. One of them is my own pastor from my church. The point here is that we school people, right? We school them, some got a pastor, some got a MBA. Did they come back to serve the county? What did the policy say about you going to go on the county money and then come back? So the point about is that we lack of policy, we lack of the planning and how to spend. Because sometimes we spend to get the political glorification.
Exactly.
If you draw a line right now, outside of Matthew Joe, almost all of it only have people outside the country or been there. Costa had two, today has some there again. Ben's had people there. Even Barney, I can't, he's trying. Nobody, Finley. So all of them, you guys go there, and while they are there, they are championing the cause of those who send them there. So they will come in as county to help. We are helping, but how are we helping with $20,000? It's no secret. That money is a good money. Yeah, look at it. But out there, it's gonna drop in the pocket. So,
provided we know the number of students, we still come back to the
questioning,
single thing.
We should be. It's not we, but the media, the CSO, my good friend brother, who is still actively involved, partly show up Bunty Lee. I'll go in here. Bunty Lee. That call in and then you're going back should be asking the county the CIO worker, right? How many person we have out there that are bearing our flag from Bassa? Let begin to ask them. Let me ask him what the money is intended for. Is it to budget school fees or to budget lodging or feeding or other activities there?
Okay.
Be asking, because if we are flying it like this barrage of dedication when beyond here, they also be asking how did they go there? Are they going on the borderline of the kind of that talks about education? Because either you have travel DSE, they travel out of the country. Okay, are they going on that borderline item, or are they going on that own spending?
Spending.
So let the media.
Okay.
It's not me. I'm a citizen, and I'm asking.
Oh no, who is paying?
So let the media and the CSO, to ask the question. It's a no offense. It's no insult. It's no fight.
No.
It's right. But I believe that reason the officers of the soup back them but never funded adequately.
They even brought the collapse of the Grand Bassa Education Foundation.
Good. One of the reason why those funds were not coming in like the way it is right now. Sorry, but people were made to believe that it's a taboo, it's evil, it's off the gadget, it's not real.
Okay.
Today they stay there. My issue is that let them come to these places, begin to germinate where possible, begin to encourage, begin to provide way forward. Praise something how you fully have hot thought before. You say yeah, good. Hot thought them. When you tune into hot tub at 5:10 a.m., the number of calls that will come inside will scares you. Then move to from hot tub. No, that way.
Yeah, it comes at 7 a.m. and
so
then hot talk.
This
and
day,
then let's face the fact after that.
Just create face the fact. Okay, this day now is just like Chris now sitting now and do analysis and for the call give the thing. So things are happening. There are good things happening.
Yeah.
But the issue is that while we are praising, let build that courage. Let money the courage to provide some information and let criticize where. Listen, you cannot be effective without criticism.
Exactly.
If you're not being criticized, Chris, you will feel that all you're doing is good.
Okay,
now you forget about the praises. I've been through praises, asking praises. That's the reason why I'm a teacher. I'm a little private corner, and I'm an apostle. I don't want be praised.
He don't be praised.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
thank you.
it's good that it's
Let
happy.
me
So let me
read a
claim.
few comments on social media. The viewers under the live video that you have been watch. You know you've been watching. People are commenting.
On Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, right, on the Wall Station.
So Aaron Zinan watching from the Welcome Gate Buchanan. Aaron, thanks for joining us there. Lawrence Chia sent a comment, say, Chris, we appreciate the level of development taking place in our county and expect far more developments. According to the Local Government Act of Liberia, Section 2.2 empowers the county council to approve the budget and county development plan of the county. The main reason why we expect more development is because our social development fund has increased from 1 million to 1.1. 1.6, I think I see 1.6 million here.
We are hit 1.5 now.
Okay,
So
1.5 million.
1.6
1.6 million. Coupled with little around 2.5 million as a signature bonus for Grand Bassa County from the AML third concession agreement. Okay, Lawrence J sent that coming in. We have Uriah Cole say, I'm following, please. Okay, Manaka said, Jilodenka said, saying the network is very bad. Okay, she just went off again. So looking forward to seeing her joining the show inside the media. So let us take some calls. About 13 comments have come so far on the live video. 3 shares, 10 likes for now. So 0777 777 993 776 313160. Hello, welcome to Inside the Media.
Thank you, Chris, for the second time this started the program.
Mm-hmm.
Let me begin to many thanks to our very intense and giving some of them out who served this country diligently and today sitting there to analyze some issues that will connect with us as people. But the issue of the scholarship, or let's say the 20,000, I followed Kenny very closely, and I was one of those who said no. You were too harsh to pay, it's a waste. But the fact that those students in the place where they are all participating, and everything that is happening here, they are not going to be part and parcel, except such, and them.
Mm-hmm.
So as the 20,000 go, as you were analyzing, it just a meager amount. Just a drop in the ocean.
But it cannot be a drop in the ocean when we know the amount of students. You are a teacher. The thing is, data is very important. We don't know how many students are to be impacted by this amount of money.
Yes. So because it is not just Rwanda, but China as well.
It's not the issue. The issue is how many students you talk about for China. I think that's going to be general. In Nairobi, Kenya, how many students you talking about? In Rwanda, it's which could be the base. How many are we talking about? So that's
another point. That's another issue about it. And like you said, the soup also needs to come and tell us, or the CIO needs to also come and tell us how many students he and his boss or the country administration looking over there. Both China and that of Rwanda, Kenya, and other places. So we can know exactly that whenever that gesture is being made, that we may not have doubt to condemn or to say our money is being wasted. But again, like I said, my point is that the participation for benefit, one thing I know is that Grand Bassa County has been considered as one of the fast-growing counties.
Thank you. Let me go to the next line because this is not a talk show with any column. It's the point we want. Hello, welcome.
Chris from Chenny Davis.
Chenny Davis. Okay, welcome. You were in the news, but you called.
Yeah, Chris, we need to do follow on these things we see because we see it from the very sincere standpoint. Chris, we don't talk because we want to buy sympathy from anybody or we want to. If so, we will always remain silent because we want to be seen as better. But when it is wrong, we must say, Chris, let us first establish the fact that it was only Mr. Ines who came down and referring to himself as the president for the African students. But we have not seen any leadership from China or any part of Europe that is working in coordination with Ines. We have not heard from any leadership because if you are the president, then the various countries must have leadership. We have not heard from those leadership. However be it, the country is not also supporting any bachelor students in any part of the world. Let us make that clear. The country was quite clear that it sent a financial aid. And our point is, if you are sending financial aid, there must be, like what you have said, there must be a database that distinguishes between scholarship students, whether from Puerto or from any other institution, and also establish who are those students that have been sponsored by their parents. If we know the differences of those students or the category of students that are abroad, then if the country wants to take responsibility of a particular set of students based on policy, then we support that. But however be it, we cannot say that the educational infrastructure in Grand Bassa it is dilapidated and it is unknown standard. Then we take only that we make a project 20,000 could buy even a full-fast simulator for the driving school at LYC. 20,000 could buy a simulator that could enhance the learning facility there. 20,000, if it was not able to take 100 students for your Ghana, it could bring three qualified Ghanaians to teach at the LYC that could motivate more people to enroll there. 20,000 could add additional trade value to the LYC. That has been our point. Because our point is that giving 20,000 or like what the business are then laid. Now that you follow the 20,000, and I clearly heard from the country information officers that the money spent is from the Kavala now BMC. And that money is meant for educational purpose and they are using it for that purpose. And if you are using it for that purpose, there must be a policy paper that will direct the sort of manner in which that money is used. Our superintendent is on a dangerous path. And what Honorable Julius was trying to say, Julia Duncan Castle was trying to say, the superintendent is on a dangerous path because people who guard the superintendent, and if the superintendent listens to the sound of the music and he does not know when to stop dancing, it could be that the last step will go without the music, and that will raise a dangerous alarm for the superintendent. I say this to me that we are the rescuer, and we will guard this superintendent with our critical voice, and if he fails to accept what we are saying, for any reason, you must have a recognized and legal established scholarship committee that will be spending this money, not for the superintendent's signature to be on no money, because according to the local government act, the superintendent is just a CEO for the county, the chief executive officer for the county. And the local government gave the local people the authority. So if anything of scholarship money spending, that must be deserved and implemented.
Okay. Yeah. What you want to say? Okay, another on the line. Okay, no problem. Thank you. Hello, welcome. What is the name?
This is Kennedy Morris, and I come from the Marina Junction.
Yeah, Kennedy Morris. Chenny line went off, so you know what? And
so I just called to add my verse to what the analyst said concerning what I've been saying. Even yesterday, I've been mentioned of that. When you find out for the question is more than the check making. And that's what is going to lead in the institution. Then if nobody wants to speak out. And one or two persons will speak out. They frame you like you are against the superintendent. We are not. But it is our county money you are using. You know. for use some of these things. In fact, your president program or what you should come up. Should come up and you have to let all know. Let's look at this 20,000. How many students it was settled? We don't know. And you were just making a very cool analysis. The other thing I was trying to say one or two things, and I want all the credit, and I could not get to the liking. Because students are here that are struggling. And all things. With that. And all they are walking to go to school. Then you are saying the school is sustainable. Why can't you take some of the money and be able to upgrade the school?
Okay.
So the school needs to be very careful because as you stated earlier, one day all they will come. One day that is the day judgment day. That is the day those that have been saying, oh, Father, we say prosecute him, we say crucify him.
Okay.
So let us be careful. So you have an easy route of getting money to be able to spend it, but you should be careful that there will be an accountability.
Okay.
Now,
Thank you so much, Kennedy Morris. Welcome to Inside the Media. What is your name?
Good morning, Manager Yao, and let me say a pleasant greeting to our long analyst in person of in person of Mr. Willie, and let me say bravo to Jacqueline for her excellent reading. And my name is Luke Peters Chris, joining this academic segment Inside the Media. Let me appreciate for the platform, and basically there are two things that put my conscience that pushed me to call. And so let me start with the one that has to do with the 20,000 that was carved, that has to do with the 20,000 that was carved that was given to students away. I think I always tell people that Krizo, as a leader, always build bridge and don't always build wall, because when you build bridge, it means that anybody can have a kind of free flow, okay, to pass on that identical bridge. But when you build wall, I mean, it's a clear indication that you create blockage, and it will be difficult for people to get access to you. I said that to me as a leader, the arm of communication must be seasoned, the arm of communications must be something that you need to give attention to. All the radio stations in our county, they are impactful, and based on the impartation of those radio stations, this is why we confer in them. And one person again, I always say that if you have a leader that always wants to be selective, a poses serious threat to your leadership. I said that to me, all the media institutions in this academic county, they have the ability to disseminate information. This is why all the citizens always get glued to them. But if you then pick few radio stations and start sponsoring them, start using informing, okay, for them to propagate issues, for them to propagate your message, then you make the other institutions to feedback, because they all are in the county. So if you just put money in online TV, people that on social media, I want to ask, look at what you ask is, how many persons that on Facebook? How many persons that are reading message on Facebook? But if you take a money, you give it a mandate, really present all the institutions in the county, something will somehow, it's really that rest start magic ever that is selling data board with their group to the information. So, I mean, the superintendent need to do more, because these are things that happened in the past that will criticize the past leadership of. When you come into leadership, the spirit of communication with regards to all the media institutions, they will benefit. And two, with regards to the number of students that are out of the county or the country that are interested, that's actually counting. Okay, there will be a kind of data set, because the money that is carrying, we need to know the number of students that money to. We want to know the breakdown, whether the money they will divide 300, 400, and what it is left for. So the only way you can make for the city to get that identical information is to consume it, is by empowering all the media institutions. But for me, I'm one person in this general country that brings me a lot, and it will keep bringing me as it happens. To be selective when it comes to media institutions, you just take money to all of media. What makes you think that the other people are not important, or what makes you think that other people are important? So as I conclude, everything is all brought down to you guys who are in the mystery of journalism. Let me be clear before I close up. You are in the medical country. Let me put in elaborate English. You don't know one another. I'm I said, well, clear to you. Yeah. So don't let one another. Because looking at with car and Allah, he beat journalists. Because the woman, the student carry the loot of one or the brother, as the king of the Luda, yeah. Because I beat journalists, I want to student carry before. That's why he always teaching me for.
I beg you, yeah.
But for you,
I beg you.
Because the reason we are saying, you don't get love and more yourself, you can look at another journalist that has issues with another institution. Instead of you setting to their beggars and remedy, you tell everybody to come to my station. You will come to me that I want you to come work for everywhere. So it's a clear indication in the country that the journalist, you won't person, I'm not trying to super call you this morning, but you won't person to on the platform, you will speak on behalf of all the media institutions that you say, the money that is giving us, I mean, they can use that for 1 week or 2 weeks, you always advocate for all the media. The only time I can see advocates can come from media elite. One of you on the platform and say, all the media institutions money to add again to sabotage for listing. But when it comes to certain issues, people will tell yourself, they will not talk for the other institutions. So that when it's like a very in this agenda, you guys in this agenda you need to do more, you need to really wrap up. I mean, the spirit of law and the coordination. They take and they selected that in the General Council in the Ministry of Journalism, you need to work to work it. I mean, so that's all this thing happens because one journalist will come out and see the piece, and because they're telling you, and then you're not talking for other people, because everything coming to you, it means that it can be authority, those who have the funding to control the step on you guys. So that one of the things that can pin people, like I said, they don't conclude, they need to get that kind of data to see how many person that is getting that. Okay. Because at least by so doing then, the spirit of communication will flow. And let us do everything possible not to be effective, but always spread money in all the media in the federal country because we all the information to continue to consume.
Okay, thank you. Welcome to the Inside the Media quickly.
Yes, thank you so much. This is Napoleon Speaker. Yes, thank you so much. And that is true that we can travel with ambassador. And I want to say many thanks to whether it's always taking his time to go, to analyze issues that concern the content, even like we're at large. But what my better visitor says is not that it didn't mean that we said this because if for somebody who are already eating enough, it's like Christmas Day, everybody cook enough food and stuff. They give more to that person. Sometimes the person will not utilize what you think. Now, I think that perspective, but we have people here, even when you're read that the single people are here, how much are they giving them? Because the 20,000 of children, people that are being supported by politicians that to borrow when they come so they can heal the politicians who are sent there. What would benefit, even as our analysts ask for the country that we provide? Yes, indeed, the country has one day benefit for the country. All of these things will be looked at when we spend money. Not because we have money in the country, so we just somebody say, oh, let's give away it, and I was with them, we got and do it. I know you know the economy. So you shouldn't just spend money that will not benefit the country in the sense that tomorrow somebody graduates from Rwanda, from Kenya, even China. We are coming to share the political leader or whoever has spent benefit. Let's spend more for people than what the country are able. I think that is the reason why MSW was like I said, if the country can use that money to educate people in this country, I'm talking about even say there's some maybe in Ghana for quick impact, it would bring that benefit to the country because those people that come in, they would be working and it would not take much. But actually it would not take much of the time and it would save out to the country. So let us look at it that way. And the solution needs to listen to the voice of the people because we that core and people sometimes I'm very critical about the every person that when you are not doing the right thing, I say yes. That money that you gave, it's not a good money to have given to the student at the time. We have people here at the disabled area, you should have given them money at least so that their group are leaking. Their children are not going to school. Some of them, their children are not going to school. How much are you giving to them so that we are not in the media? So that we can say, yeah, our super better doing well. So they don't just do things that tomorrow, when it comes to push, then they themselves will be in the picture. Even our something, the orders that went on, nobody want to do it after the one time that will be nobody seen, they will be like
Okay, thank you, Napoleon Zico. So let us talk about the $25,000 quickly, and then we'll close on the next one. Jacqueline, can you feed us with the story has to do with the Gabriel Smith Public High School? The script is there. You don't have the story there. Ready? Okay, between you and the news department, I'm sure it should be available. Please check it out. Yep. You there? Okay, fine up. Okay, so if it's not available, we'll move ahead. So we'll get to the drug issue. We'll go get it quickly. So we actually figuring out these things that Lupides, let me make one thing clear to you. No one traveling with the superintendent you had for you to think that that person or that institution is bigger than other station because you travel with the superintendent. No, it's not true. The superintendent has their own agenda. He wants to create own impression. The superintendent looking for a own means to sell himself. He has his own means of working with some media outlets to promote him. That promotion he is looking for right there. That's promotion. He has a contact information officer by virtue of the fact when the superintendent traveling, it is the contact information officer that's supposed to go along with him. And the release can be done there and we sent back. But if you also want to sponsor some journalists to go along with you from the county account, there's nothing wrong with that. Like the way you carry Ablij, carry Basso FM manager, there's nothing wrong with that. But again, if you want to get a wider coverage and support, you could work with all the stations and then okay, if two stations going, it's for instance, all the other stations will add the information from their end. But this is why the county is going to pay because we want to have this educational promotion to really go down to the people. Then you can put that in a package in your plan. But 11 them how they're working. That does not make any radio station to feel that they are bigger than other stations. No, it is citizens. They are the one who knows serving them best, and they know the radio station they can definitely trust. That is clear, right? Even you, Lupi, that you know, for instance, if anybody want to open radio station today, the citizens already know the station are granted in Buchanan or in Grand Batacana with the people. So for you to come and overcome them, they're already difficult. You gotta work hard. So that is not anything for you to think about. Don't worry about that. It's just the superintendent own agenda, the way he thinks he had to run his work. Okay, having said that, Jacqueline is going to read the script quickly so we can move ahead. Jacqueline, do you have it?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead quickly.
The Grand Bassa County Administration has provided US 25,000 to the Gabriel B. Smith Public High School to support the construction of a fence and a modern toilet facility at the institution. According to Wonders TV, the support follows a request from the school's administration for the county administration to intervene in addressing the institution's infrastructure needs. Following the request, a project budget of US 28,000 was presented to the county administration. After reviewing the proposal, the county administration approved US 25,000 toward the implementation of the project. The funding forms part of the US 500,000 contribution from the Kavala Resources Library Incorporated, which was allocated to support educational purposes in Grand Bassa County. The county superintendent, Honorable Caillou Johnson, presented a check on behalf of the Grand Bassa County administration, reaffirming the county's commitment to supporting initiatives that improve the learning environment and well-being of students. Receiving the check on behalf of the institution, Principal Patient Davis expressed appreciation to Superintendent Johnson and the Grand Bassa County administration for responding to the school's request and providing the needed financial support. Ms. Davis said the assistance will contribute significantly to improving facilities at the Gabriel B. Smith Public High School and expressed gratitude for the county administration's continued support to educational institutions across Grand Bassa County. The project is expected to enhance security at the school through the construction of a fence while also providing students and staff with improved sanitation facilities.
Thank you, Jacqueline, for that story. Jacqueline will be back either with any national story if available for us to close up inside the media quickly. But Daniel, what is your take about the story? Because I have concern a whole lot as a journalist. Uh, as a matter of fact, the school has not started functioning and fully functioning. They put up an announcement in August, in this August, so that they can start recruitment of students ahead of the opening in September, which is a normal opening for schools across the country. So to say that there are reasons for fencing the school, I'm not saying it's wrong, but the project analysis is doing. How many students do you have first of all right now? All right, is the school overcrowded with students? So what is the reason of fencing the school when you have not started? How many students have registered already? Pre-registration do you have? Okay, well that's part of the initial plan of a project when they Gabriel and now being named Gabriel B. Smith Public High School. When they were completing the school 2020 up during the campaign, was this part of the plan? No, I sure it wasn't. But it came at that point in time. What orchestrated this plan at this time when you will not even have 50 students yet or 100 students juggling, but you're saying you want to finish the school? Are there intruders? Are there intruders right now
Intruder where?
in the school? Many people passing, distraction happening, and you know what I'm saying. There should be significant reason or reasons why you undertake a project and approving power can with analysis. That where the county council need expertise on board. Yeah, you want to say something?
Yeah.
Okay.
So pertaining with the school
Mhm.
issue, I want to ask this question. When the school was under construction, those people that were responsible for building the school, wasn't they aware that a bathroom is supposed to be there, or
Uh,
fencing is supposed to be available in order to save the students? That's just a question.
Yeah, that thank you very much. So that's why we have analysts on the show. So the questions are meant for you, so you can help us because your analysis will help us and let the now put as you say every Saturday we come to do the kind of analysis. So you cooking the food, you parboiling, but you ain't finish then you say you divide for 20 people, you want to have this one thing. So I don't know. I want to give me some
So
idea
Chris,
into this.
so Chris and Jacqueline, it's a good thing that the story is released. But Chris, this is where we have to be very, very careful how we run things here.
Mhm.
Kavala Region has a single reason why the 5,000 were given towards education. The superintendent have already structured a committee headed by one to Maypele, and you can name the rest. That committee is closed with the authority to institute all scholarship program within the county, in and outside of the county. Let me be clear. If a school wants to make a request, who do they pass through? Is it through the foundation, through the committee, or to the office directly?
But I understand the two.
That's
This is not a scholarship; it's educational support. So does it have to pass through the committee?
Chris.
Uh,
The money that went to Rwanda, if I end up on my last stipend, or then asking why didn't the committee send a team to go and look at the superintendent rather than other people that I saw on the team?
mhm.
I'm the part of the education foundation, do the looking much at the scholarship. But scholarship can be divorced from education. It's still there. Now, giving that money to one public school for fencing and quote unquote background erection. Not opinion in my mind. I think there is a reason. That school was built by a politician. That's why it is called after him. That you cannot divorce from Gabriel Smith. He built that school and got stuck in the process. Joe came in, he failed. So Lauren got involved and she showed that school was built. That school was built by a politician. Clearly,
What about government funding?
Government funding was there. Who was the face? Gabriel Smith, normally you cannot change that case. You cannot change that one there. Okay. Now the point is that
so the current principal is who face again?
The current principal is Patient Davis.
Yeah, but is who face?
I don't know who face that.
Okay.
I know she's Patient Davis. So the point is that Chris is that taking social funding, supporting government effort is a good one. My only concern has been why only a single school giving that kind of money. We have Benabor, we have the money high, you have Basel High, you have so many public schools here that are struggling to grow. A school that yet to tell us how many students, a school that yet to tell us how many teachers, a school that are not taking full effect yet. They are in the building stage of forming students and principals and what have you. We gave them that money to fence. But how it's the thing is we should not be going to please politicians. I think in our mind, one of the reasons that my good friend and brother were pissed or they didn't give a break or take. I think they're trying to create some fair playing between he and the founder or the builder of that school. This one is a fair analysis.
Is it the founder or the completer of the school?
Or the founder and the completer of that school. I think, in my opinion, he's trying to lay that framework or that level playing between him and them. Got it all. There have been some.
Meaning the senator. But you got to be clear when you do your analysis. Call the name.
I think that is one of the reasons that the quick impact took place immediately. Patients have been raising this weather on Facebook. After few weeks, few days, she's seeing flyers were checking from the school office to her for fencing and building of bathrooms, whatever have you. My thinking is, what is this so urgent about?
What is the urgent? So how many students has she recruited at a point?
Teachers does she have now? How many students are on board? What the plans for this academic year?
Exactly. Are the students in a number of 500 or 1,000? The Basel High.
What is it with? Is there a risk to where the school is located?
Yeah,
they require fencing now.
The thing we call assumption risk
in
project. So yeah, you said it.
Before you
so what is the risk?
You might have seen risk. You might have seen reason why that school been built almost 3 or 4 months ago.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, is that risk, or are we trying to
appease people?
Appease people because we want to create a consultation. It's good to stick your time and read and know where to play with. Top resources are enormous, but how you allocate them becomes the problem.
So the country doesn't have a tech budget right now. They have a lump sum money. So okay, so if it was a tech budget, very tech budget, you know what I mean in money, meaning the money smaller than 100,000. Do you think that the superintendent would be able to give 25,000 for the fencing of the school, a new school that not even have gotten 50 students or 100 students? It's going to be very difficult. But now there's the money there, 500,000, a lot of money. So you got to find me to adjust the money because I'll get another 500,000 and try and go back. So quick, you just got to get account of that money.
That will be placed for me. The school will allow that plan to rest a bit and see how the school flew this year.
So is it timely or not timely for now? It's not timely.
It's not timely. It's not immediate.
It's not immediate.
It's not immediate. It's not timely because the risks are not seen. The risks are not felt.
Okay.
So until we can see this risk and then we say, let's come in. But if it can be the person called fair need.
Fair need. So
have a fair need.
Is it close? Is it in a crowded community, a market area surrounding the school where you feel that the market is too close to the school, so you have to fence it so that you can avoid distraction, noise, and all. Then you have some reason for that. We're trying to figure out this thing. So approving project is not because you have the money and the power to just do that. So I don't know.
So for me, I think like a GA will always say, let's hear from people.
So her patient managed a school before became principal for this high school, public high school, or she been a teacher. So what about those who have been serving a vice principal? And you understand, a dean or student, all the years in public schools. Why didn't they promote them to serve? I'm not against of becoming a principal for the school, but the experience coming on board to lead or to manage a school at that level. And then bringing all these things, I think.
The issue is that at what level is this a school? Is it elementary, junior, or senior high? Are we hitting the 12th grade? Or where are we going to? Is this school stay into the form system? Because it's the first year of enrollment. Has she do some critical analysis, ask for Ranta, when do we go for fundings? And then funding, what do we need? They say, for chairs, for truck, and what then fine. But we go for only fencing. My point here is, why are we fencing this school?
Is it a priority for the school right now? She running the school. It's a priority for her right now. How many teachers, as you say, how many teachers does she have right now?
How many students have
students?
Because even now, there are couples of guys on Facebook that say, I will pay for 10 students, I'll pay for 20, I'll pay for 5. So it's like we're trying to market this institution. We're trying to sell it out. Okay, so we're putting it out. Come in for school. We should be looking at how we can better place the school. How we can make that school, Bristol is artist, the man. He has a plan, he has a agenda. And you could see the reason he was allocated for money to go to Benz. And Benz only $5,000 because of tech budget, we gave them $5,000. And see what money did that. The fence wall got raised up. The school got re-roofed. And beyond that school, they stay a race. That school attached to a just hub, kind of bad area. We put money there and beautify the school that will be supplying Basara.
So you say
to look at better, okay, to make it look good, or do we go out to Basara, equip the lab there, make it more liable, more viable, and then that will, for me, I support the Keeper Becomes High School, but not at this point in time. I think we will give it this year in operations, allow it to operate, or we have a fair budget analysis for all the public schools in this county. We look at Gobley, we look at Basaha, look at Maneha, all those are schools. We put them on a scale and set a budget for each of them. So that this year, so Chris, and let's ask, what will happen if Basaha make a request? That apparently,
but the money is there.
What will happen if Benabot makes a request? Maneha that is in the height of Maneha made it, and that place there. You found made it around it. I just saw that recently started fencing. I think it's down there fence. Can we move in there and do more? Since we have the funding, we move in there,
so
do more work in there.
The thing is that patient might have the backing of the senator, the pro tem, at the back, because she is an ally. But she's an ally. She's an ally. And you just said that before there was rift between the superintendent and the senator. So another way to build relationship is by doing, probably it could be this.
I was saying the could be one of the factors for the hasty,
decision. Okay.
Cool, because so, Goblin, have we gone to
Goblin? We can get to the 777-992.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Okay, Chris, that is actually Davis. Chris, the reason some are relying on raising the issue of 25,000 is that we have previously raised issue within the course of the week. And Chris, no matter what we say, but for me, if I say my thing, whosoever come after here, I don't pay attention to it because I come to the platform with an objective. And as long as I feel that their objective is being achieved, whosoever come after it, Patient is my very good friend, and he has normally call all my sisters in last name.
Okay.
Let me appreciate the platform here.
Mm-hmm.
But Chris, let I said this morning that the superintendent, the hard-working superintendent of this country is on a dangerous path. Chris, are we saying now that projects that have to be undertaken by public school, the funding will be given to the principal to execute that funding? Are we saying now that every other school here have to now write proposal or project they want to undertake, and that funding will be presented to the principal of those schools?
Because they have money for educational support, probably that could be.
If the money is meant for educational support, and that project was directly implemented by Liz, and for any reason that project has been turned over to the Ministry of Education officially, that school becomes the property of the Ministry of Education, not the property of the agency, not the property of that school administrator if they have administrative staff now. Because I still yet to get the name of the vice principal, the dean of students, and all other positions that make up a full bench of high schools. So now, Chris, yesterday, if I follow the president pro tempore of the Librarian Senate, if I'm right on the same platform, he did say that the administrative building cannot be renovated with the pastor people money. The superintendent compound was not to be built through the pastor people money. Now that the 25,000 have been given and I follow throughout the week, no one from the offices of Senator Lawrence have condemned the presentation of that 25,000 to patient during for all to execute their government project through the people's scholarship money. The money for the people, and they say for educational purpose. And in that school, you have to build a fence. And why even make the building of that fence a priority more than New Buchanan Public School that will also built by Gabriel Smith that have been struggling to build a fence there? Why make it a priority? Why make it a priority even more than other schools that are struggling to even have a benches or to even have the requisite status of an elementary or a junior high school?
Yeah, so Jenny, in a nutshell, all us according.
So conclude. What make that school a priority than the St. John Junior High School and Senior High School where the students said they only have one teacher for the senior high? What make that school the priority? However be it, we clearly understand this donation came from the background of political influence. We cannot divorce that from that because we know Patient Dere to be the strong supporter and oneself as a political officer for the senators in this country before taking on that job, and we congratulate her and appreciate her for her stand. But we believe that the superintendent has to be more institutional based than to personalize the development of this country. I say this to me, if any other thing you have to execute as superintendent, who a true committee.
Okay, thank you.
A true committee. We will
all right, Jenny, thank you. Jenny, thank you. I have taken another person on the line. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, Chris.
Yeah, good morning. Your name and you go to the point quickly, please.
Anyways, Mark calling from New Began.
Yeah, make your point quickly, Mike.
Yeah, Chris, let me tell you something. I disagree with my senior brother, Kevin David.
What is your disagreement?
It is support, the country got support for education. So you can't tell me that poor country, more tell me the other school that go to that school, they have facility. They have facility. The recent impact the school to make a college that they have to Rwanda students. All scholarship in Rwanda.
That's scholarship, financial aid, a financial support. It's not a scholarship. Yeah, the point is that Mark, the point Jenny is raising is that it's not timely, like the analyst said in the studio. The school has not started full operation yet. This is the first, and they're doing pre-registration in this August. And if they don't have vice principal for administration yet to be named, they must student affairs and the number of teachers, I mean janitor. But then they'll come out with a fence project quickly when you have not even done a lot of things to be put into place. But that's the point.
The civil center is a civil center for all citizens of Basel for the country here. So you know why you got the percent of person that for all the
yeah, I have a project, the rates involved I made project to be approved. So there are things that are considered in project approval, and not because the country has 500,000 for Kavala Resource Limited, so they should use the money in a way. I think that's the point he's making in the analyst. But thank you, Mike.
Good morning, Chris.
Yeah, good morning to you. Welcome to what is the name?
Benjamin Grease.
Okay, Benjamin Grease, I have to say.
Thank you very much this morning, Chris, and our loan analyst.
Yeah.
Mr. Way.
Mm-hmm.
You see, he said it all right, and Jimmy put it right as well. But one problem that I have is the issue about the school in Gonegatan.
Mm-hmm. What is the problem? What is that one problem? No, he's still there. He's still there. That's not network, but he's still on the line. Hello, he's still on the line, but I do not network.
Good morning to you from your work. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, this is Marcus O. Morris calling from Social Communication Network.
Oh, okay, Marcus Morris. Yeah, O.
Yes.
Mm.
You know, fella, in this country, we are not in the Western direction.
In what way?
Thank you. You see the leadership in this country when you are doing projects for the country, they want to play tactics. Use your own people there. First of all, this is not how you're talking about. You see the car wash, the first one is the car wash, where the car will control about the money. So when you put all people that are controlling it, it's the same with the connect at town public school, we are connect the school of today. Mention the way to get a student,
no, I think she has a BSc now. She graduated from the same GBU.
Okay, yeah, she has a BSc. She did a kind of teaching before, or the Minister of Education for to get it. The new school is opening their people. Let's put a plan. Did she apply because the person over the school? No, she did not apply. The set up over there got in the interest of all to do the school was interest. But facing the school, it was good. But
no, it hasn't been fair, so now it was good. It is good, but yeah.
The school is good, but you should use the county money.
Why would you mean that? Why do you have to use the county money?
The school is for in the accepted community. The school is for in the accepted community. I believe that we should use our writer out here for the school for partner mentor to say that school because it's for in the accepted community. What makes public school difference to because it's the accepted community? But when there is no understanding, when you use your own money, in your own way to use the county money, you need to figure that out.
Okay.
How many students in the class in your school? According to what there are two barrels, you see one barrel at the office. Then minister education that ask you about the students will start. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you for your point, Michael O'Maris. Thank you. Let us hear from you too quickly. This is an educational issue. How do you feel about the $25,000 to the Gonegatan Public High School, the Gabriel B. Smith Public High School? I think that's high school. Oh, okay, great. How many students does that school have for now? Hello.
Yeah, good morning, Manager Yao. Luke Peter for the second time.
Oh, Luke Peter, welcome to this talking point.
That keeps getting better every Saturday. Let me keep appreciating all of you for the platform. you know, because when it comes to education, then some of us, our blog is always easy to come and give our perspective. So, with regards to the discussion, for me, let me just give my own analysis when it comes to Virgin institution that's about to kick off. Meaning, in other words, school that is already built, and then the school is about to get in full swing. So that identical funding that does into the institution cover every institution. The first thing, or the preference will be the instructors. Okay, because the school is about to kick off, there are other people, their portfolio is high, and what we're about to give them, I mean, they will not commit to with their portfolio. So you as a principal, the first thing that you need to tackle is the instructors that is about to teach. Because some of them will be coming, okay, they will be so passionate because they love education. So it will be your first priority. But to just say, okay, school that is about to kick off for the academic, okay, and prioritize things in my mind, I mean, we consider that in economic as economic crossfire, meaning that economic fund, economic was you consider economic crossfire because that economic fund is not meant for that economic purpose. Because the priority that she sort of tackle, okay, she loves the value of that identical priority too. Let's look at the credentials aspect. Okay, what is your credentials? Okay, that make us to start possessing that identical principle by two. So these are key things that we need to look at. So I mean, like what the other people were saying, you know, we're letting the kind of political war. People need to be rewarded for what they do. So like that identical point that I was getting to conclude, I follow the exclusive interview, and what besides the senator always also said that is Mr. Mr. Philly. He did the own really better in this identical week that the person was against the renovation of the superintendent compound and also the administrative building. So for that identical money to go into that identical institution, for me, I expected the entire fan base of that identical person to come and say that identical money not to go to that identical area because these are things that she keep against.
No, but look, let's get the point before you conclude. Channing Davis said that Patient Davis was serving a protocol officer for the pro tem, and the pro tem, her house, office, okay, fine. So protocol officer, and then she was the one who completed the school. Again, and then again, is the same patient from her office that being appointed as principal of the school. So how do you expect her to criticize the project that they're facing? Who appointed? Okay, who appointed patient? Is it the county education office? Is the CEO? Or the...
But the thing is clear. Many people expect to say it was the person that gave her that identical position. It's clear.
But the person is not a CEO. She is not CEO of the county education officer. She is a senator.
Okay, this is where the education aspect, and this is where we try to get problem with it because that's not the protocol. That's not a procedure. Because she was the one who gave her that identical position. And
how will you say? How do you know that she was the one?
No, that one for any LLP make can come and arrest me. I will justify. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, if the person that gave her that identical position, if you stress the microphone to her, if you need to clear to the back of people this morning, she will tell you that it is my reward for what I've been doing. But
okay, so have you seen her letter of appointment? Where does it come from?
But these are important things that we do follow them because these are things that are part of the list when it comes to the education aspect. So when I identical meet, when I get to how we do expect it, mean that it reaches our right again, those things questionable. So for me, it is the person that gives us that identical position.
Okay, thank you. All right, that is your opinion. Until we see a letter of appointment. Okay, thank you. Hello, welcome.
Yeah, this is Ben Grease once more.
Okay, Ben Grease, your network was bad.
Okay. Yeah, what I was saying, Chris, my own thinking was the Benabor school was to be transferred at that particular newly constructed school. Because Benabor is right on the roof and you have crossing roads and all these kind of things. And not for the country to pay 50,000 for that area. We already have a serious problem with educational, instructional staff now. So every time you hear the noise of volunteer teachers, what these kind of things. Like all others are saying, the most important priority was to see the instructional staff first. I don't think fencing the area should be a problem now.
because we look at it, though it is near or great gap, but you carry the school there. You carry the school there. So my own thinking, like I said, then I should have moved in that particular area. And the school move on. The school move on. But to pay 50,000 for that particular area, then another school there again, you have to fence it again. I don't know how many lots that is there for Benabor. But it's a serious matter. Some of these things, educational matters should be. For the educational higher area of education in our country and our I don't have any problem about the patient at the school. But you all are saying they have the instructional staff for the institution is the highest question for us.
So because September 1 is not too far from now. So if you okay, so okay, thank you so much. And he is a prominent citizen of the county, Ben Grace. He just spoke that he has a serious problem with that project, the money that the county has given to the Gabriel B. Smith Public High School. But what if they would have given some money to the science laboratory building, because they call it science lab, but it's not a lab yet because it is a building, and the building to be effectuated in this coming semester, then to be sitting as a big vacuum too, then to give money for fencing, we need equipment to be placed in our place. What is your take about that? Because project priority matters a whole lot.
Hey Chris, that's one thing I was telling to guys in town recently. When I saw it, I was like, don't forget about the lab that then built by Senator Lawrence. And that lab has gone 2 years now. 2 years.
But they turn it over to the Ministry of Education again. Yeah.
And we are back to begin a new school year. We put some 100,000 in that project to make it functional, to get materials in and get it up to standard. But here we are now, Chris. I think there are called missed priorities. That's funny right now. We are missing on our priorities. We're not wrangling our skills of preference. All right. We are just going for what we feel is good and give all the praises and the glory. Hallelujah. Amen. Okay. So what we can start to do is to right some of those wrongs. It's not too late here. There are still time.
Hello.
Hello. You are live.
Hello. Yeah, this is Alfonso Emmanuel, and I call you from around number 1 compound.
Okay, Alfonso Emmanuel. Okay.
Yeah.
Make your point.
Yeah, Chris, let me appreciate your skills this morning, the analyst, my own friend and brother, Daniel, with it for the platform this morning. But Chris, let me stress the issue. You know, most of the time, other people from different counties and what I feel, you always think that the pastor people, they are there for politics, and then they can dig beyond one another, and that is not healthy for us. We know that for every sector and for every department and for every person that is responsible to do certain things, let us be able to see that particular person that is responsible to do certain things. Now, we in Grand Bassa County, we talked about patient delivery today, and patient delivery from Senator Lawrence, from Senator Lawrence office, and she's been working with Senator Lawrence. We know that when it comes to education in the country, you know that on the education, we got certain people that are responsible to do certain things for employment and what have you. So the pastor people should be able to recognize, to be able to see that indeed patient delivery, she set a protocol officer for Senator Lawrence. We know that. But when it comes to recognition, when it comes to employment, to where the position is set in and she's working now, it has to do with the CEO of the county. So nobody should be able to look at that because patient didn't working in the office of the Lord. So the Lord is the one that patient, they should see that way.
Okay, let's see it this way now. It is CEO appointed her Did she apply for the job? Was she alone applied for the job? So does she have a letter of appointment that comes from the CEO? And the thing is, it is the Proton who completed the school. It's a fact.
Yeah.
Now she was working with the Proton as protocol officer. Now, and then she left from there to the school. So is she the only person who did education? Either Grandfather University or Lacoste or wherever. There are a lot of people that you can name. A lot of people in this country that have BSc in education. Yes, they could be recommended. There are people who serve as vice principal, demo student, and what of you. We are not against, but if the Proton is all neutral would have come, then it made a lot of sense. Why is that they not give the job to Philip Johnson at the county health thing when you were appointed at the recommended self at county health administrator? It was politicized highly last year, and then they got to Philip Johnson said got to recuse himself from that.
Okay.
And you understand?
Okay.
So the Proton can hijack everything in this county. She needs to give other people opportunity, other people to qualify, let them work and get money to and feed their family.
Okay, so Chris, as a media personnel, I understand what you say.
Yes.
That could be another
That complete, let's put it this way, that complete selfishness in leadership. You're not the only person that get people around you. There are people who are qualified, they are around, and that's why patient giving wrong project to the country and they giving 25,000 because she does not know a step. A misstep right there. The man just said that mispriority, misstep, because why other qualified people in education, the CEO can get important to the school and without qualified for themselves, need people in science, the sciences, biology, chemistry. These are the difficult subjects you need people for. You better start at school yet. What's the problem, man?
So Chris, I understand what you say, but patient remain of grandfather something.
No one that was in the file. Man, let's get it clear. It will not be. I will not look for someone who in defense. Pay airtime. Can't talk about patient, please. In my Alfonso. Yeah, Alfonso.
So
okay, hello.
Yeah, hello. This is Marcus once again.
Yeah, Marcus.
You know, but I take interest when the job of high school, the Minister of Education told people that for a special job with people actually was sick. I think that people that gave by job and people that to a 3%. I have one day at the principal at school. So in the school, it's the government, is that public school. In that public school, is that institution for government, the Minister of Education, and explaining him over to go Alistair to say yes, indeed, she applied, and how many apply for a position before getting up at principal job. So we should believe that position was given by individual, which is the protest. You go and stand down, if the person that came out that position, nobody applied for that position today, and as a candidate, do you really that school apply for the school?
No, the man maintaining a view. He said the first and you call back. He maintained a view. The thing is, you don't need the Proton to like you for what you say. No. You need to understand this is the issue of the country. That's why he led to a senator. That's clear by it. Hello?
Yeah, and this is Kennedy Morris. I'm back on the line.
Kennedy Morris.
I want to appreciate your children. And even you, the way you put our analyzing, it is without no fear of favor. And if you do analysis in this way, it will be in the best interest of the country, the growth and the development of the country, because you are putting A where A belongs, you are putting B where B belongs. So that I just think the Lord cannot tell us that people that will benefit should be people that will heal us. People that will heal us. It is a position that should be applied for. So if someone says, so you should have helping them. So are you trying to tell me that the education minister here, trying to say, oh, that it is through the influence of the senator that they got the job, that's why they're just helping other people that the senator will point out? You know, the speaking once when I said the senator should try to complete all the projects that she started, people got at me. So it cannot be true. You started something completely, but it cannot only be you. There are other people who are qualified for this position.
Exactly.
And so that is what we are saying. The superintendent is taking a dangerous path. And if he's not careful, tomorrow is going to bring a serious problem to him.
food before you can take a decision. You come on school for powerful sanitation, because it's better out there for powerful and also for pay 25,000. So our father will carry, I will carry 100,000 because we will take capacity there.
Okay, thank you, Kenny Morris. I think you just said it, and let's take you. This is a very interesting thing. It's about education. School just about to open. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, Chris, you must say we were in a conversation, but then the network situation.
No, I'm not having dialogue with you. I'm not having dialogue. Sorry. No. So we're in conversation. I agree, but not dialogue having. And that's a good English spoke, but misdirected. Yeah, welcome, Ben Chris.
Let people not take this thing to be politics. Like I said, the issue of teachers is a serious part in our country.
Mm-hmm.
So, have they recruited teachers high school, because the school is a high school? It's a high school.
So under who leadership or who responsibility now to recruit teachers?
The local Ministry of Education that declared it to be a high school.
You're wrong. If I was teaching you, you'll not pass that question. It's Patient Davis because they appointed her principal. She is responsible right now as part of her TOR to recruit teachers there because they appointed her. If it's the CEO, then she should be appointed and also be appointed in line.
Yes. You have to work in collaboration with the CEO because I heard that, if I'm not mistaken, it came from the appointment came from the CEO office.
Okay, fine.
So the CEO should know very well that school has to be equipped with instructional staff.
So let's get it clear now. If the CEO did the appointment, who did the recommendation? Because in letter writing, there will be a reference in our letter that gave you
recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it came from the program, I don't know.
Okay.
But my thinking here is the issue of instructional staff. Instructional staff is a period in this country.
But are you seeing that to be a priority right now? What patient is seeing the fencing as a priority? The instructional staff is a priority. It should be asking the county.
This is what I say. I don't know. At what class we have the Benabo school? So the Benabo school should have moved to that particular building and start from there. If that 6th grade or that 7th grade, every year you have one class until you can.
They don't see it that way. They don't see it that way, Ben. Don't eat all your time on it because if they're seeing that way, they're going to do it. They saw in a way that the school should be named after the initial founder. They had a name after Gabriel Smith. So it's I can't tell. But that's why they named it that way at Gabriel B. Smith High School. So Ben about saying this thing on. Let me just tell the person just came to you, please. Don't came. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, Chris.
What is the name?
Yeah, my name is Timothy Gamote. I'm calling from Palestine.
Yeah, Timothy, how you say this is Inside the Media.
Yeah, Chris, thank you for your show.
Mm-hmm.
But let me weigh in on the patient direct qualification, whether she has taught before, or what experience she has. Patient has taught.
No, Timothy, we are not vetting committee, please. Then you miss the whole mic. If we're vetting committee, I'll be ask you to justify that. We don't need justification. Patient have taught. I know that. That is not the point. She get experience, yes. But it's saying that what was her position? Was she dean, a student? Was she vice principal administration? Was she registrar? Before you become principal, there's a high-ranking position you should bear in the ladder of education before you occupy the space of a principal. That's the point. Timothy Gamone. I know somebody won't call from your political background tonight. We're not talking politics, we're talking real. Hello?
Yeah, Chris.
Not specifically. No, Timothy, I'm sorry. Please, I can't keep you. I love the first thing is not in line. I'm going to waste my time. This is Inside the Media. We'll do analysis here. We're not having talk show. Okay, so let me get to the guests. Yeah.
So, Chris, again, thanks to all the caller. Mm-hmm. And like Madam Cassell always say, let's hear from the people now.
Exactly.
And I think they have spoken. And one thing I keep hearing is about priorities and placement. And I think one of the things I see, and I want to urge the media and the CSO to go after, is the quote-unquote proposal. Because if that money was paid based on proposal, I'm assuming that in that proposal, there must be shown we have reached at the numbers of students. Thereby, we see these risks. Thereby, we're asking to have fence enclosed on this institution. So go for the proposal and see the number of students, the number of teachers, and those that should be heading that school should be placed in the proposal that give rise to the amount.
So then I'll let Jacqueline a question. Jacqueline, the story you read, what was it then? Around $28,000. I think that was a war request.
Yeah, she make a request.
Proposal.
She, according to Wonders TV, the support follows a request from the school's administration for the county administration to intervene in addressing the institution's infrastructure needs.
Okay.
Following the request, a project budget of $28,000 was presented to the county administration. After reviewing the proposal, the county administration approved $25,000 toward the implementation of the project.
Thank you. So get back to
on that. What I thought they had sent in a concept note, but what was just read. There was no note being sent in, but a budget. A budget is not a concept note. A budget is almost like an estimate of what they want to get in the future.
Yeah.
So it's
after they send the request, they ask and send
a budget. So in my opinion, even if the budget is very considered the past, I think one of the next steps that might have happened along the way, you are spending public money of over $20,000 US, and will have a arm that is responsible for development. Why not give it to a development section to put out a bid and hire a contractor or move in there and build that fence there and build a bathroom? But instead, some money is given to the principal. She will go and do her own procurement activity. That is another red flag. It's a risk.
So let me ask you, the public financial management law, PFM law, does it call money, the scholarship fund, the 500,000, or just for the CSDF?
No, it's there. The law is the government law that governs all public funding.
Yeah, so I want to understand. So I know. So like
that law covers all public funding.
And then public funding should go with bidding and PPCC regulation.
The keyword is
all public funding.
And what are public funding? Government money.
Okay, so the fencing should not be done by the school by itself. It should be by a contractor company. Is that what you mean? That mean they gotta pay for it to win it?
I'm advising if they are listening or they are asking people around, the school belongs to who? The government. That's all.
Yes.
Good. And this school is asking for fencing, toilet, right, in the bathroom. So in my opinion, you could okay that and direct that project to the project unit headed by Moses Hendrick and say, this school is asking for an enclosed fence. Can we go on the ground, do the assessment, we put on a bid, and get a vendor and then start the process? But instead, we took out a whole small check and paid to the principal. That is a red flag. It's a waste.
So if we know the section of the law right now, then it could be stated. If you don't know it off right now,
it's not in my position.
Right now.
What I'm saying, once it is a public institution,
can you research that? You send me the information.
I can do that.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, after not now, you can do that later.
So the point is that I know the intentions are good. We want to help, and we are helping. But let me help in line with government regulations.
Okay.
That's the point. So the next one is, I don't want to go into Hashiko pointer, right?
Okay.
But if I'll pass around, I think we're going for public, hearing, open borders, stuff like that. If a school is, I know our interest in my good sister and friend patient. I love her. She's my friend. She's prepared. She's qualified. But let's set these, channels. What the vacancy and I want to apply to Chris. You want to apply? Let apply. Let me vet it, and then you pick up the best one. I think, in my opinion, they have passed through those things. I think they put a bid. I think they put a vacancy, and people apply. So that be the duty of the media and the CSO to go in and check. So I think they passed through that. Who does or who did the appointment, whether it's the Lawrence, whether Willie, whether it's not my concern now. But we all know if we try to connect those dots, know that's how those liquid protein, and protein has a huge amount in that project.
So are you telling me, for instance, if Gabriel Smith was the one going to complete high school, it means that Gabriel going to appoint somebody like Voting in order, for example, he had BSc in education to go and manage the school because he come from right under Gabriel Smith. And you know what I mean? So I just say to him, yeah, because patient David comes from right under the protein. Don't say she appointed by the CEO office, but who recommended, and there was no competitive process as well.
No, I said we did the recency. Apparently, the CEO might have put out vacancy and might have been applying. So, but the point there is that when you put the CEO, give it to the media.
I think I will try to go for the CEO for next week. I will try to go out for him.
Conclude that she was just handpicked. Let's do our research finding. The next thing is critically. My good guys and really all my friends when I in Basel, we can go together. Okay, they have been very magnanimous in handing that money to the principal. I'll repeat this one, and I hope that they hear it and read it out. Next time, this kind of thing that a budget was sent for the request, give that project to the government unit. Okay, but give it to the school. Chris, now a PLN. Okay, so I agree that the money that they gave cannot complete the school and the Bible. And the principal reaches out to Matthew Joe, reaches out to Finley, and become police and department. I've seen happen with Kili with become district.
Yeah, so one of the things that you talk about, like the public financial management law, and it means that now the check have been given to them, and the superintendent is no exception to knowing the financial laws of the country because you're at the country of thing as administrator. So like someone said, they say that what he should be careful in the kind of offering to him, the warning they gave to him. I think they're hearing the quarters calling that. Yeah, so the kind of warning and so on, that opinion. But while the case, we were check and see where the log is so flexible that the check can go all the formalities into
Listen, it's not a private institution. It's not Willie and Willie law firm, government. So if you get such a money, you must do what the law says. You put out a bid, do all the procurement involved, and hire a contractor. That's what the law says. It's not what I am saying. What the law says, Chris. The next thing is we have arrived at the point we already passing money is not going up. One small reason I very, very admire, and but the town wasn't there very seriously now. You see, when the county paid for the Benambon land, I was happy. But again, I was reasoning in my opinion, in my mind, that we have finally completed the school at Connecticut style. They stay open, nobody in here, there's no name yet, but they were never named. Could we transition from the road? That's where we're on the road. Car passing in Connecticut. It's a how waste them refacing. But instead we pay for that land, we are about to build them. Why if we were just moved in? There was one thing that happened when the guy said, I think when they had the Betty was renting. And one day the owner got angry and pulled out Betty. Comment could not help to pay that man rent. Today Betty is history. Alright? So buying the land for Benambon is a good one. Okay? But if we just move into the public house where has been run by has been requested by patient, it will be a good one. We'll be talking about influx of students, their safety, and good care. But we are starting in school afresh. We're not enter into classes yet. We're going to have it in fence, have it closed. What happened to the best in high school? What happened to Banatan, the school that we get to Fossil? So I know the intentions are good, but let's take our time to handle these things to move on.
Okay, thank you. Let us close on this VP issue. We don't have the time. I'm not going to read anything much. What is your take about it? Let's just ask that way. Former Vice President Joao Watila, who is now in custody of the League Cup um, team in the country in terms of the police now turned on the court issue. I appeared to court yesterday, according to the news. But follow whether that appearance happened, but she also been hospitalized based on her condition, health condition, high blood pressure, and the citizens of Bon County are rallying beyond her to stand before in this kind of situation she's going through. What is your take? Which is you already understand much of the issues surrounding your story.
My opinion on this one as a citizen of Bassa and a son of this county, that is a legit issue. It's a legal issue that before the laws. I think it's stay in the hands of the police. And I think my best shot I would give to it is that let allow the legal proceeding to go on while they condense all their doubts and determine all their doubts, that their eyes across their teeth. Until then, I don't want to melt into it, though it's good fun again. I don't support drugs. We want to avoid drugs, no. But again, we can't jump the gun to speak because when asking and you are right or you are wrong. But let's give the proceeding the chance them to proceed with what is involved with. Then the question be asked to respond and let have it what it should be. Because it's a delicate issue to have so many legal. I'm not a legal person. So let's see how the government handles it and let's see how it goes.
Okay.
Best shot I like.
Yeah, it makes sense a whole lot, and we can take that point from you. We have to move on to close up. So, what would you say your way forward and party words on
So I think
this?
from the top,
Yeah.
starting from everything first.
Mm-hmm.
First thing you do is that
Mm.
the leadership need to be
Listen.
this leadership, all right, is giving up the praises. When people grade them on social media, you see people grade them on there. It is cool, but I also want to encourage them to open up to criticism because they are tools that make them they are more in the current LAG, the current LG are two different acts, but one of us should find time to impact their predecessor. They are not enemy, they are friends, they are family. Let us sit down on the round table and discuss Bassa. Which needs to be clear to us. And everything, but it will be good enough. Is what it should be. And blood. I think we should go beyond just going to water coming back. Lastly, patient there is our sister, our friend. She's qualified, she's prepared. But that's of the soup needs to know that such kind of money, huge project, should be given to the unit in charge of development so that the reform channel can be followed. To you and the team, thanks to my good friend and sister Jacqueline Jackson. Thank you for reading and the technician.
To you, Joka Media, you did very well. The commitment helped us to have a successful radio show today. And Jacqueline Jackson have been my co-host on the show. Jacqueline, thanks a million. All right, you did a good job, and you've been commended already by the panelists on the show. Banakasa makes some efforts to be on the show today, but the network could not permit her the rain to all of that. So we apologize for all of that. But again, you can join us tonight 10 o'clock for the repeat of the show inside the media. Basically, all right, it will be the station I-10 tonight. It will have exclusive time discussing educational and development issues on the station. Magic FM 9.3. The program is inside the media. My name is Christopher Yao. Thanks a million to our technicians. Until otherwise, wish you goodbye. Until next week Saturday, have a good time. Stay out of trouble.